Last time in the toaster. Ola did a lot of drugs. It got scary. Indeed. You had, the thing with the guards that you interrogated for some names. You also killed them and got rid of their bodies in what is maybe the most hysterical moment of the campaign so far.
I was going to say, to date.
I certainly lost my shit. You went back to the inn. Olo played a show with a man he found out for sure, or at least as best, both him and
Is it Olo?
I was like,
balls.
what?
It's been too long,
Don't
guys.
remember that part.
I met my father. I've been looking for
as
him.
best they both can tell, Daddy.
Likely patron.
Yeah, I don't have this.
Oh.
After eventually coming to accept that, you kind of parted ways with a hug. You found out later he snatched quite a hefty sum of gold from you in the process. Ola did more drugs. In the morning, he woke up mostly dead. So it was scary. It got real for a minute. Ricari went and got rid of the drugs.
Can I get some fish too?
Ola's
You went fishing?
newfound pappy showed up, tears in his eyes, an apology on his lips, and a coin of money, or a coin of money, a bag of coin
Of money.
to return to you. We're gonna shake the rust off eventually. Returning that to you, you found out that he is in pretty deep with the MDIs himself. Go figure, who isn't these days?
Fashionable thing to do.
Indeed. You gave him, I think, like 250 gold to kind of help buy him a little patience, and said that was pretty much all you could do for now, but that you're working towards hopefully relieving him and many like him from those stresses. Had some breakfast as a unit with your new dad. And then parted ways, went back up to your rooms to discuss next steps. There was a laundry list of things that you discussed still needing or wanting to accomplish.
Quest. Call it a quest.
Big quest log for your World of Warcraft fans. Most of those are yellow. Might be a couple oranges in there.
One red. Yeah, one giant red.
And as you were kind of figuring that out, there was another little knock at the door. Opening it up was Negan. Several men at his back in the hallway, and he said, I believe you have some money for me. And that's where we're picking up.
So just a point of whatever, the stuff with Jeros, that was in the room. So he's up there too.
He
Oh, I
left.
thought he left.
You guys, that was
Breakfast.
before you guys went down and had breakfast and then parted ways. You went back
He
up
left
to
during
discuss.
because he stole from you the night before. Then we woke up in the morning, and then he came and felt bad and was crying. And then you guys went down to eat, and then he left while we were eating.
Mhm.
We just listened to it on the way here. That's okay.
So he's not.
I didn't. Obviously. Glad you guys studied.
I mean, clearly
I've
Negan
studied
probably
this.
didn't just walk up here. He might have been watching us, so they still, know
I don't
about
know
him
who he
and
is
everything.
to us, though.
Yeah.
Maybe. Hopefully.
I've been crying. and We weren't wearing our
I was
rings.
gonna say,
No, we
I
took
was
them off.
wearing my ring.
I love you, babe.
I have my ring on.
Oh, you do?
One
Never
or two.
taking it off. Wait, yeah. Wait, I was like, I never unattuned to it.
I don't think I
We
we
said
said
after
we were
the
going
job that we were going to, so that he could
find us.
find us, so that it didn't seem like we had all disappeared.
Yeah.
I
did.
definitely
Put
did.
it in.
I did then too, but before the whole thing with my father, I quit.
Uh-huh.
Whatever.
Good, smart. I
I
probably should have, but I was
did
on drugs.
But did I?
Many.
Check your inventory down at the bottom. It shows your attunement stuff.
That's what I'm trying.
Like what's attuned?
There should be a thing that says attunements.
Yes.
Okay. That's fine to do. Unattuned rock.
No, yeah.
Meant
I'm
to
saying.
press that button earlier.
Well, you had a job. I assume it's done.
Yes.
Yes.
We got it done. And this is what he gets.
Well, he walks in, grabs the pouch, and goes and sits on one of the edges of the bed. You see the men behind him in the hallway kind of file into the room and just sort of spread out near the door. A couple of them walk over and stand near the window. About 10, all told. He sits and opens up the bag and kind of shuffles through some of the coins. Well, forgive me if I do say so, that appears a little light.
Yeah, he kind of cried like a little bitch, you know, because he didn't have enough money. But we took everything he had.
We made sure of that.
Such are the circumstances of this work.
Gave him a little rough and upright, although
Huh.
he's
It
rough.
doesn't look it, but he is the one that roughed him.
You look like you got roughed up yourself.
It was tiring. But it had to be done.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be tiring if you were strung out, wouldn't it? Now, that's well done. You did as I asked, and you didn't let a little thing like an innocent pregnant woman get in your way. I appreciate that. Professionalism. It's nice. However, I did say to bring me 1,000 gold pieces.
From that man.
I said, I don't care how you get it. So, who's going to be making up the difference?
Make a bag holding. Count down. 800 gold pieces.
Good girl. Who takes it from you?
I cringe inside because you gave him 100 too much.
No,
Sure,
he
yes.
gave us 200.
Pretty sure he gives 3 then.
Two. The tapes.
Six. Busy.
He hands it to one of his men. Kind of nods at him. He pulls it out and starts to recount it just to make sure. Good. Just showing the notes as well.
Wait, how many?
Double checked.
So
Okay,
correct.
I thought he only gave us 100 originally, so that's why I looked and I was like, oh.
She gave him 100 back.
Yes.
She gave
Yeah,
him
that's true.
some of her own money. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, I gave him 800.
Are you moving it from the bag of holding?
Yes, but apparently I did it in platinum because we don't have 800 gold pieces.
That's fine. So 80 platinum.
80.
No, 800 gold. Sad. What's
We have a lot of
No, we have 3 gold pieces, but we just don't have.
We have like 3,000 gold overall, but it's like mostly platinum.
Nice. Well. You'll forgive me saying you don't really seem like yourselves today. Maybe you've learned a couple lessons. You seem mighty agreeable compared to last time we spoke.
Circumstances.
It's been a tough couple days.
Well, frankly, I'm just glad we're coming to that understanding. It's all I've ever wanted. Establish a pecking order, make everybody lots of money.
We're all for our lots of money.
When do we get our lot of
When you start working hard enough for it. I said to bring me 1,000 gold. You could have acquired more, kept the rest for yourself. You came back with 200. You're learning.
there?
Still. You've, again, proved your worth. As I said, if I wanted to kill you, you'd be dead, but that would be a waste. much ability here. Too useful to be alive. So, on to bigger and better things. He nods at one of the men standing by the door who closes it and latches it. Now, there are things more valuable than coin. Information chief among them, as I'm sure you will know. Tends to keep people in line. Also provides a modicum of extra influence, which I find very useful. Now I've got this on, I venture to say, most important people at this point. There's always that big fish. Now, y'all are useful. You've certainly been interesting to watch as you've entered Demeria. The choices you've made, the things you've done, the friends and enemies acquired.
Mostly enemies.
Very entertaining, to say the least, but also proof of your ability to survive, if nothing else.
We are very scrappy.
Very scrappy. Now, given that level of scrappiness, I want you to catch me that big fish. Now I've got a little sway here and there over a lot of bigger names, but one I have not been able to tackle is the Longrooms. They've got something. Everybody does. You're gonna find it.
Do you mean some sort of damning thing?
Dirt.
I figured it's
Something I can use to nudge.
how long, just history knowledge. How long have they been in power?
The Longrooms?
Yeah, like a while, right? Hundreds.
I think you learned in your conversation with Elminster from the from the inception of the Sunwell Dominion.
Right. How much?
3,000?
Over almost 4,000 years.
Since we started counting years.
Right. Since years were nothing. I was gonna say nobody can have clean hands for that though.
Certainly not. So, find me something nice.
Okay. This sort of thing might take a little longer than shaking down a new farmer.
Yes, this is quite a leap in ability.
Right. It's not like we can go to library and research dirt. I'm
Do you
sure
have-
they have control.
Do you have anywhere that we should start sniffing around?
Take your pick. They own a lot in the city. All the major members live here. The Emperor, his 2 daughters, son, his bastard son. Find something useful.
Which one was the bastard son?
Slytail?
Slytail?
How do you spell that?
Slytelo.
And that's not considered dirt.
No.
What is?
What yes. I was saying what is the
The bastard son isn't dirty enough. I need to know what
That's a.
caliber.
He's a known quantity.
are you looking for dirt to extort some sort of value from the Longrooms or dirt to remove the Longrooms from power?
Oh,
What
no.
amount of dirt?
Or like
There's no point in
control
dirt
or
if you can't
something.
manipulate.
I agree, but manipulate for
So you want to
this
control?
one step.
More influence, more power.
Just
For whatever the hell I want. Don't concern yourself with that.
My point was the amount of dirt that would be acceptable would change for certain things. Like the amount of dirt that you could use to get some hush money if you just wanted value of secular things, right?
I'm not after hush money. I'm after nudging ability.
That answers my question.
I have plenty of coin on the influx.
I think he's saying that he wants to be number one, and right now he's not. He wants to be on top.
Depends on your outlook.
Well, you wouldn't want us to do what you're asking us to do if we were on top.
Not to me, I suppose. Although, to be fair, my business is dirt. Look everywhere and my dirt is there, so not much to control me with.
I don't think anyone wants to control you.
Suits me just fine.
Okay.
Does this room pay?
I think we were all thinking it, but yes.
This joke. I'm gonna owe you $2,000 after this.
Depends on what we're willing to do.
We're gonna find the best dirt.
To get to Phil's point, you want just dirt on any direct family member or the Emperor himself?
The higher, the better. If they can control the whole family, that's ideal.
Pretty ambitious.
What's something the throne doesn't want the greater populace to know about? I want to know it.
You don't already.
Well, I wouldn't be asking you if I did.
Yes.
Thought you had more ears and eyes.
I have many. This is a big fish. They're very careful. They've been entrenched.
And dangerous.
Indeed. They've been entrenched in power a long time. They got a lot of safeguards.
Do you have like anybody on inside that could help us? Like within their servants or guards or anything like
Or
that?
within the empty eyes and stuff.
Well, I meant empty eyes, people that are
Infiltrated the council.
infiltrated.
Perhaps.
As far as just like allowing us like access.
I think if he had that, he wouldn't need us to do this job.
Depends on what you need. Think about it. You let me know. All that said,
Do you have
this is about as close as we get to a suicide mission,
Yes.
so
do you have access
that's where you come
to
in.
things to help us disguise? Because we have very noticeable member in our group, and it's a little hard to be like sneaky about things. So if you had like
As
some
if you aren't all noticeable.
disguisey kits or something that we could help further your cause.
Not sure a disguisey kit is going to do a lot for the two of you, but I don't hire you
I mean, we
I
got the
don't bring you
purchaser.
into my employ to cause me more problems. I bring you into my employ to find solutions.
Right.
Figure it out.
I had one more question. How many suicide attempts have been done already?
We've been after this a long time.
How many?
He stands up.
Are they already on guard? And because you've tried too many times to get dirt on them?
Jiraiya. They've been ruling for 4,000 years. They're always on guard.
Yes.
This boy has
But
the
if he has recently done this, and we are walking into an even heavily guarded, more...
Heavy leader.
Yeah.
It's
Or
not
they're
about
on
whether-
high alert is what you mean.
Yes.
Whether
I don't
or
want
not-
to do this a day after someone else just tried
Whether
to.
or not I have recently attempted anything is besides the point. They are the throne. Everybody is trying to get on them at all times. Royalty is never really relaxed. It is dangerous. It is deadly. You might die.
You might get on their radar.
If you're dead, you won't have to worry about it. If I'm on their radar and you're alive, you will.
I believe you are definitely already on the radar. Just so.
I'm sure.
But what?
They might think of him as a little fish right now. And
He
might
is a little
not.
fish.
Feels like radar.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Their map.
Yeah. Will we know how to contact you once we find dirt?
That we needed to before.
I mean, are you just going to periodically check in, or should we send up a signal flare?
Is there a timetable?
Part of my question too.
Good question.
Let's put it at. Oh, before I lose patience.
Okay.
We'll see how long that lasts. As far as getting in contact, we're never far.
Did you answer
Leave a
the
message
thing
on
about
the street.
paid?
Depends on how well you
Okay.
do.
Okay.
Find
Sorry,
something
I'm
good.
tired.
Yeah, he probably needs that.
Leave a message on what?
Outside.
In the city somewhere.
I can do this.
Carve something on the outside of the inn. We'll find it.
That's all their questions.
Mhm.
I think it's
Are we able to, at some point in the future, see? Well, what was your friend's cousin person name?
You
What's the other thing
told
on
us
our
if we did the
to-do list?
last mission, we could have access to Narf.
And so you do. He motions over, and one of the men standing by the door, dwarvish gentleman with a long beard that's braided. He's got several like large beads and metal rings kind of around it as it trails down his chest. Long brown hair kind of drapes over his shoulders and down his back. He just looks kind of sternly.
How does he look health-wise? Like,
Dark under the eyes. Looks tired. But, not like... Doesn't have sallow cheeks or anything like that.
does he look like he's... Well, we don't know how long he's been gone, right? Does he look like he'd been tortured or been, recently beaten the shit out of her? At disadvantage, baby! Hey, 17 and a 19. Perception, I'm pretty sure, is +3.
Don't we have something for him? From Goran? Out of the deed list thing?
20.
Or the,
For at disadvantage.
I don't think.
He has... You see like a number of scars of varying sizes on his hands and face and neck.
I think I was just saying you
Nothing that looks particularly
more
recent.
than
huh? I could have sworn we had something from Goran.
I don't know.
So we were supposed
He's
to
looking for the letter.
It's green.
We knew Goran.
Talking to Norfolk or Norfolk. Feel free to stay and have a chat. Get it done. He stands up and files out as the rest of his men follow. Norfolk stays behind.
No.
You have a folder of handouts. Nice.
I organized the cabinet rooms.
The
That was all this.
your what's
Could've
the
been
last
one
of
of the
kin? What?
What?
What you just said?
I
Say
should
words
have
to each other.
bloody.
The bloody one,
The bloody one.
like an envelope.
I I don't think it had an envelope.
No.
No, maybe it was. No.
Gilvin,
I think it was bigger.
we got your letter. That's a map.
That's the one he made for. And it would be a full size sheet too. Like,
Somebody have it in like a.
blood is spots on it.
That's it. This is to Goran from Sister.
That was
From
all the
what?
stuff I was in there.
Somebody have it in one of their binders. Maybe.
Oh,
It's
You
like
guys should check my
a-
folder. But I have it.
For your computer? Oh.
I guess we can just assume not.
I did
Yeah,
type
I
it
guess
up. So.
I didn't think that there was anything that I remember specifically.
I thought there
Or
was like a letter or something.
there was stuff that he sent back to his family and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Money.
yeah.
Okay. You knew Goran?
Most of us.
We were companions for quite some time.
She's newer.
Knew?
After Goran passed, trying to find you, trying to get here.
He
Shit.
said you'd been missing for long. You, along with another, more children.
Gilvin as well.
No, since they're kids.
Galvin's been gone a long time. It's not new.
No, but you did find out he was.
You just come here to tell me my cousin's dead?
We came to find if you were okay, if you needed help. You
You
obviously.
go on that.
He risked his life to look for you.
Make sure
Of
you were
course, we
okay.
wanted to tell you.
Well, I'm fine.
Maybe write home
Sure
once.
look like it.
Let them know they don't have to keep looking for you.
Aye.
Why were you taken?
Taken?
You joined up?
Do I appear to be here against my will?
It does seem a little bit. Yes. I think we are all here against our will.
You
We
look
work.
like slightly
We work for
terrible.
Negan too. It doesn't mean we joined up because
It
we
doesn't
wanted
matter
to.
if you're one of the 10 that he trusts to guard. He has something over you. I can sense it.
Make a persuasion check.
Natural 20!
Hey!
Yay!
Pretty good. Well, what's the total?
Oh, I don't know.
Numbers.
I think pretty good. Wait. How do you work this thing? You said persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a 24.
Nice.
You see his eyes look back towards the door. He takes a few steps towards you very quickly and then stops right in front of you and just like, you're much taller than he is, but he kind of like leans
I
up.
lean down, I'm not a dick.
Negan is not to be fucked with. There is no escape.
There was always an escape. I was a slave once. I know about it. There is no escape.
You're going to get me killed and my family. Leave me be. You stands back.
I switched the ring of telepathy to him instead of Felv.
Oh.
And just from lying in my bed over there. I just send him, we're not trying to get you killed. We can talk about this privately. We know he's probably listening. We just want to check in on you. We owe Goran that much.
See, as your words kind of enter his mind, the squint and the head tilt. Can you hear me? He thinks.
Yeah, I respond yes.
What do you want from me?
We don't want anything from you.
I'm trapped here. There's nothing I can do. He owns me. He owns everything.
That's what we needed to know. We needed to know if you were here of your own free will. Or...
No.
Is he still like really up close to me?
No, he backed away.
I'm gonna kind of like walk up to him a little bit so I can whisper something to him, as he did to me. And I'll say, remember, as I said earlier, he might seem powerful, but he is still just a little fish. In the grand scheme of things.
He thinks to you. Not sure what grand scheme he's talking about.
Could I hear what he was whispering?
Oh, I don't know.
From the bed across the
Perception check. Probably not, but maybe perception check.
I mean, I'm sure it's not a big, humongous.
13.
Negan's anything but a little fish.
I just messaged
Certainly not to me.
I messaged back to him. I know, he's got power over a lot of people, but just don't give up hope. I'm sure you have already, but it's still out there. That's all we can tell you for now. Stay alive. We'll try to do the same.
If that's what you really want. If you know it's good for you. You'll get in line and do as he says. He turns and
We
walks
plan
out.
on it. Yeah.
He hears that though as you walk.
Yeah.
You're connected.
I pull out. No, I don't pull out because I don't have a bag of holding.
Well, do you need
So
to
let
while
let's
you're
put
looking
our
at me?
Can
let's
we-
put our rings on
Well,
and talk.
You want the ball?
I want the ball.
Okay, so we
Can
get
you
to
bring
Yeah.
us the ball?
Yeah, can you bring your blue balls out?
Does anybody else want to join in on this conversation?
We should all
Scared
join
me.
in.
Can people spy on this kind of conversation?
Not inside, not the conversation we have inside the ball, but if we have it outside.
So we
then
don't
yes.
talk out loud or using telepathy.
Yeah.
So we're just touching a ball. That's all we
Okay.
see. Which way we're not doing
I don't want them to see that fucking shit either.
I know.
They already see
Balls
it.
out. Yeah.
Balls out.
Balls
The
out
ball's
there.
been out so many times.
Balls
they
out
already
for
know about
Harambe.
the ball.
Ah, hello.
How are you doing?
Oh,
Yeah.
you know, still in here.
Do you guys all touch?
Yeah.
When we touch it, do we have any perception of around us outside of the ball? Okay, then yeah.
It's just all in the mind.
Is Norfolk still there? Or did he leave?
He left.
So since I had to go get baby, what did you find out with him? Like he's there against his will.
Yeah.
Why?
We don't know.
But we found out that
But we found out that he is against his will.
as is.
Sounded serious. It sounded like you didn't have much hope to get out of it.
You guys
Yeah.
know?
Oh yeah.
From
Well, I mean,
Oren.
technically, none of you guys heard that anyways because I was doing it with telepathy. But I'm saying all this in the ball now. Yeah.
But you guys did know
He
from
was-
Goran that he had a gambling debt.
Okay.
Their family had a gambling
Yeah, that's why I thought it was like his mom or something had the debt and like it was taken.
Goran's aunt, his mom. I
Yeah.
think, yeah.
Okay.
Norfolk?
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. Which is maybe why he doesn't care to.
I didn't like his attitude. I was about to go there and sign
Oh, well, I
his
mean,
face.
it'd be
Fuck my mom. She got me kidnapped. And
Oh, no, I was thinking more like
Okay.
any letter he sends would just be not sent.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Either not sent
You're like, who are
or
you trying to get a hold
alert them of more of his
How'd
family
you
and
get
then he
a pen
cares
and
about
paper?
them still. And that's what we that's
Is-
fine.
You can write.
Yeah.
As far as things that
No.
you are aware
Not
of,
anymore.
just because this has been over a long period of time,
Yes.
things you know.
Things make
Yep. That's literally what I'm writing down.
Goran's,
Things we know.
Goran's aunt had a debt with the Empty Eyes, right?
Before we knew who they were.
Yeah.
Narfuk went adventuring, I think, in part to help pay for that.
Yes.
And then they stopped hearing from him. So Goran went out to search and also was sending money back to help pay the debt for the aunt to keep the Empty Eyes off her ass. So you know that that money is still being paid. When you found members of Narfuk's group in Sartreese, they told you that one of them was killed to make a statement, make an example, and Narfuk was taken to pay, to like work off the debts essentially, like
Of what group?
for the Empty Eyes, to
Yeah.
work off the aunt's debts,
The aunt's debts,
which are still being paid.
Mhm.
So they
Oh,
took
what-
him saying that that was to pay off the debts while they're still taking money from the aunt.
Greedy bastards. Hopefully that'll be their downfall.
But we can assume that Narfuk doesn't know that the debts are still being paid. We don't know. Yeah.
You don't know.
So, silly question. Is Negan like the person that runs the Empty Eyes, or is
He's top dog. You know that he has a right and left hand that oversee so they have pretty wide influence. They're kind of everywhere,
right?
but to varying degrees. There are 2 other cities where there is a larger presence of Empty Eyes. One is Kalanara.
Mhm.
Sticker, yeah.
Yeah, the Back Alley King is
That's
I
where we were.
right.
That's where we were at for
Yeah.
Paul's stuff.
That's what we do there,
correct. Yeah, the Back Alley King is the left in Kalanara. The other is Listelia, where the right is.
Okay.
So the things that you guys have talked about thus far is trying to get the right and the left to come meet for something big.
Yeah.
To get them in one place and take them all out at
Which I
once.
have super. ideas
Gotcha.
Me too.
Okay, I'm good now. My brain is
for. Last
collected.
question. Where does this ant live?
Probably.
Presumably where Goran is from.
Damn, they got motherfuckers with it.
Yeah.
Well, I know that.
They had empty eyes and start trees.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, we were back home.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just for a lot of the places, it's to lesser extents. Like in Sartreese, the Empty Eyes presence that you were at least aware of was like,
3 people.
yeah, like a couple of people using a shop as a front.
Yeah.
Trading and information.
Like little minions everywhere.
Whereas Kalanara, it was like they were
Weren't
running
they snake
the place,
people too?
You know? Yes.
Okay. And continue.
Hello.
And Malik.
Oh yeah, we were gonna talk to him.
Google man.
Long time no chat.
Totally cool.
There's been a lot, again, that's happened in the past few days.
As ever with you.
I fill them in on everything, that I talked with Norfolk about, and just say, like, I don't think we should confide in him too much right now. I don't know if he's totally given up hope and really believes there's no escaping. He might turn us in and our plans in, to
Yes,
the
but
entities.
Desperation is a strong motivator.
Yes.
he can be used.
Yes, definitely. But I just
Even
mean
if
we
we
should.
have to manipulate him
Yes.
to free.
Yes. Good.
It's a big word for that.
What manipulation? I've been reading.
I suppose you have gotten darker.
It's said to free. Can't manipulate these people. What's up, knock?
We've also spoken to Elminster about you.
Ah, how'd that go?
Good. He seems like a good ally.
Elminster.
We didn't
Of course.
tell him about.
He doesn't know you're alive, so
Yes.
yeah.
Thank you.
We respected your wishes in that regard.
I didn't even know that was his wish.
Did you find what he had to say about me agreeable? Strengthening of trust.
Yes.
Good.
Because.
Oh,
But he knew you when you were younger, I guess.
well.
Also, Jiraiya is free of a curse. I don't remember the last time we talked to
That's
you.
true.
Yes.
The sword is
I got rid
gone.
of that sword.
Very good.
However,
That
Yes.
that
To
needed to
the
happen.
worst
Yes.
person we could have gotten rid of it.
there was a
What?
slight turn of events.
Yes.
What?
They wanted to sell it so we could get
To a
some.
magic
You
shop.
sold a cursed item that nearly killed you
To a child.
to a child.
Yes.
It might
We
have
own
been a
the
bit of a
magic
bad
shop,
decision.
though.
I don't think
This
they're
sounds
just-
way worse than when we were talking about it before.
Well,
feel-
I like to mention that I did not enjoy the idea.
You feel just a sense of like overwhelming disappointment and then anxiety.
I've asked. Finish. I throw.
I just 1 second while I think about regretting my choice to trust you.
I,
Okay, it's gone.
I got it. I got a cape for
Great. Great.
We also created a very powerful enemy. Possibly.
Yes.
What did your
Another dragon.
god say about him?
That he is he will bring a different way of freeing the Dragonborn into turning them against everyone and overrunning.
Oh god, Bahamut.
No. Tiamat.
We found out that the kid worships the Tiamat god.
And seems to be empowered by her.
Huh.
And he might maybe be her champion or something.
But we did not know that at the
So-
time.
And then we
Forgive
just
me.
gave
I,
him really
you
powerful
bring me in every now and again, and I'm working with context clues, bits and pieces stretched out over time here. You claim to be Bahamut's champion, who apparently
Yes.
is real.
Yes.
You had a cursed sword,
Mhm.
which was twisting you,
Yes.
despite being the champion of a good and just god. You finally detached that from yourself
And
and then gave it to a child who is the champion, theoretically, of a very evil, chaotic god.
But we did not know that part until
the
afterwards.
child
I can appreciate that. Doesn't make it better.
the child ran a magic shop. We just saw it as another magical item
And he
that
promised
he might be interested
A
in.
child who ran a magic shop.
He promised to never use it or sell it to anybody.
Of course he did. Wow.
Not our finest moment.
No.
See,
How-
all
how-
been strung out
okay.
on drugs.
You knew about this sword. How else do you get rid of such a thing? Besides selling it, obviously.
The church wanted it to.
He dropped the thing.
We nearly killed all the priests in the church trying to remove it from me. So, and
That's how we met.
I don't think he was
Elminster.
actually like a
He helped us.
child.
No, he was a child.
the appearance of a child. We don't know.
True. He did not look like a dragonborn at the time.
Yeah.
He was disguising
So
himself.
you saw him as a dragonborn.
Yes.
We
When he
think-
was living.
And how old did he look as a dragon?
He looked like a dragon.
Young.
You said he was young looking, right?
Yes, but we grew up very quick, so it is hard to tell.
Make a
Maybe
guess.
it just looks.
It was between like 2 to 2, right? Like 2.
3 or 4. But we fully matured. by
So a child.
3.
Yes.
No kidding.
You said you were mature by what?
3.
Like 3 or 4. That's what it says in the book.
A little later than that.
We only live till 60 or some shit.
Probably
Wait.
8, 9.
I don't know.
How old are you?
Like, probably 16 or something.
I think you said you were 16 or so.
Just a wee little. Lizard man.
Dragonborn.
I just remember reading
They
it.
attain the size and development of a 10-year-old human by the age of 3.
That's what I remember. Yeah.
Adulthood by 15.
Okay.
So,
Your skills
given that he
barely
looked
dropped.
to be like a 10 or 11-year-old boy, he's probably 3 or 4 years old. So you give it to a child who ran a magic shop
But
and is a champion of Tiamat. Good.
we've done
Very good.
We've done better things.
My work, when I get my body back, just became a lot more difficult. Very good.
Do you know how Tiamat like fits
We'll
into
deal with
all
that.
of what
Don't
you
worry
said?
about
Pardon. Tiamat fits into what?
Is Tiamat like a big part in like the grand scheme of things?
I mean, if she is what the books say, you know.
He didn't know Bahamut.
An evil god. So yes, yes, she, yes.
Big fish. Rokari,
Yeah.
big fish.
Nearly the biggest that fish gets.
I mean,
she's one
I
of
know about her. I wondered if you knew more of how she fits into like the whole whisper thing and all that kind of stuff.
The Citadel.
Yes.
No connection that I'm aware of, but she was a blade shade god.
Oh, what?
The blade shade gods, supposedly. She was one of them.
She calls the blade.
No, sort of. She was one of the
This is new information, right?
cabal of evil gods that broke out onto the material plane. That was the start of the Gods' War.
So what's a good thing you've done? That could just change the...
It's a really, really small list. I played some good songs yesterday.
Yes.
I met my father.
He met his papa.
Perhaps.
I'm so happy for you.
Then he stole from me a great deal of money.
That sounds
You know what?
about
Let's stop with this right now.
But then
We got
he
nothing.
brought it back.
One more try.
I'm on drugs.
Hold on, the
If you couldn't tell, by now.
We
Through his subconscious.
We are
smuggled
going to
sharpshooter.
get him clean. He's going to be okay.
That tracks.
The good news is we are like one step closer to getting your body back.
We've killed corrupted guards. That's a good...
Yeah.
We told you of
Yes,
the
yes,
Crow Prince.
yes, we did. That's
Yeah,
what
they
we
were
did.
guards, but they're bad guards.
Yes, we almost framed an old woman for the murder of a guard.
And that was all in the last 2 days.
And then I drowned one.
You've been busy.
Yes.
But Negan just gave us a big job.
It's gonna really turn
So-
things around.
No, so clearly we get like maybe some trust.
What
So
job?
we can bring him down.
What job did he give you?
The best job.
He wants us to get the dirt on the royal family.
You have it.
Yes, we know.
We know.
Great.
But
This
we
is
We
good.
can't. Yes, but we can't give it to him. Just
He gave you an in.
yes.
Well, no, I mean you can't just. You have to find a. Sure, I understand that, but good.
Wait,
That's a big step.
Yes, effectively,
Yeah,
they're not
you can
supposed to
throw
be the only
princes.
ruler.
That's probably the biggest one.
Well, not just that, but we don't know about all the stuff up
You know what I
north.
mean?
Yeah.
Murder thing. That was the first thing I thought.
But we did not tell
And
about
No, no,
the
no.
crimes.
Yeah, I thought we did tell Mel.
No.
No.
Well, we did that.
No, we didn't, because I'm talking in my normal
Yeah.
voice.
But
This
he
is
just
not a Rokari
did,
voice.
like 2 minutes ago.
I said, did you know about the Crow Prince?
Yeah, but he didn't tie him to long limbs.
Yeah. But yes, we have.
Who's he gonna tell?
That is a good point.
I'm not going anywhere.
Unless we lose him again.
We have
He is our ear.
lots of dirt on the long limbs.
I believe we should use our contacts with the long bloom man here to provide some substantial yet acceptable dirt.
Yes. I thought maybe
Like,
the bastard son we could maybe
Wait,
like pretend we got the
dirt you
information
have.
from him.
Yes. The dirt we have would be
The next step.
Isn't that what he wants? Isn't that what you need?
the
I don't
What?
figured out.
shut your face.
Yes, it is. It's the final piece of the puzzle.
So
I just
we're
don't
talking
know.
about the Lunamine stuff.
That's what I'm talking about. The Lunamane stuff. Everything that we know of. That he could use.
I thought we were also talking about like the history we got from Malik as far as like how long they've been ruling and how they were supposed to hand off the role and stuff. And they
I
never
mean,
did.
that might be some backstory that he may or may not be interested in. Definitely could. He could use it. I'm sure he wants all information, but I think specifically that they tried to assassinate another great family. And people don't know
Spice
that.
On. Maybe
And
he doesn't know about Spice On, probably.
he probably has heard whispers of them at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
It'd be like Pepsi not hearing about Coke.
And it really depends on what he wants to do. Like, he could try to use this information to control them or endear them to him, because we also have a lot of information about, what's going on up north that they seem to not know about, or at least they're playing to the populace that they don't know what's actually happening up there. So,
The question is,
but I
though,
feel like that's a lot for us to give to him,
yeah, how much
like
do we
a
want
day
to
or
give?
two from now. Like,
Oh, yeah.
we need to,
Yeah.
Too easy.
yeah.
pretend that
And
we
how
worked on it.
much do we want to
we have to
give?
show our work.
Well, he's
How
gonna be
much?
watching us all freaking time.
Yeah.
How are we gonna show him?
Well, we're gonna have to pretend like we get this information from him.
That's why I was thinking the bastard son, maybe
Some of
he
it's
not so
somewhere.
happy with things and maybe we like get him drunk, like blackout drunk.
Yeah.
And then maybe he
So maybe he secretly hates or is always treated lesser than.
This is all good.
Or my idea was to go to the Crow Prince, obviously with our rings on,
Mhm.
have a discussion with him
I think we should as
about
well.
what kind of fake information.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. I think we should pursue all of that.
Fake information. That'd be wonderful.
Because if
We're
it's
gonna
big
have to
enough and juicy enough,
Yeah.
they might.
It can be a lie, but some of it has to be true because he's not going
Oh,
to just
yes.
take our word. Like, he has to be able to verify some of it, or we have to have some kind of.
We have to make sure he's watching.
Also, I really want to disguise kid.
Shopping episode.
That dress you wore last night was a disguise a bit.
I mean, I think it made me more noticeable.
Yes, but not as what you were.
I guess that's true.
The other thing I want to talk about in here real quick is Elminster gave us the idea to use the dirt as well, we talked about it with him. But he also brought up that he could maybe help us in the final fight. And we should also call on some of our friends that we have in the city. That I want to discuss who we should call upon and who we're comfortable talking with, because these people, there's a real chance that they will die.
We have friends.
Oh,
was
yeah,
going to say,
you
you're
have
a
one.
person.
And I don't know that we should bring her in.
I thought
She's the way back to your home and to your
Mm.
mom, maybe. And if she dies, I don't know that we can get there.
Yeah, we should not use.
She told you where it is.
Yeah, but
might be it. Yeah, might
it's
need a
real
guy.
risky for someone that we just met that I feel like
Minor points.
something maybe we should give her the choice to decide if she wants to be there or not.
I just say minor points on that. My truly truthful, not exaggerating father mentioned he has been to that area and has soothed the storms or something.
She's at the
Up in
the World Tree. Your father, wasn't he talking about the Tempest Sounds?
Yeah, no, where the fuck is this?
Different, I guess.
That's what
Wait,
we
what?
originally thought it was.
Yeah, that's what we thought her family was.
You were, I think Malik had told you of.
Apparently, yeah. Malik had, because like we had asked about 1,000 Peaks, and he's like,
Like
"Oh,
the
there's like a
Elsa.
forest up there. Maybe the peaks are up the trees or something like that." And
So that came out. You were asking about.
oh, where
It was
else?
something. It was somewhere
Elf
between
cities.
Malik and you were doing research and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You were looking into like elf.
There's
like,
like some
tribes or
secret
whatever. It's-
tribe that like lives there because they like wander.
He said there were like
Yeah.
rumors of one that was up there, but like that it was supposedly like moved around or whatever,
Mhm.
and that's the only one that he like kind of knows for sure is there somewhere. So you were initially the thought was to go there before you talked to Valora.
Side note, are we listening to Braveheart, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Probably, yeah.
So-
I've seen that movie.
I know, me neither. I was like, that
I
little
saw
part
it
right there.
recently.
I remember
I saw the
seeing
one.
it behind my parents' chair like this. Yes.
Happy Jack, I don't know if we can trust him. And I really have no. He wasn't good to me. So, like, I mean, you know, I have no affection for him.
Happy Jack.
He
Um,
was some minor kind of a gang leader or one of the gang leaders.
rougher sword.
Yeah, someone I used to work with a long time ago.
Very good. Did you fill him in on like the stuff that happened with him at another point in time?
Ooh. I mean, you mean my backstory or just the drug warehouse and stuff?
The stuff that you've done here.
Just the drug warehouse, right?
Like
I
your,
think so.
your things with the Avery Jackson stuff. I don't know.
I'd say so, because I remember
yeah.
complaining to him about like everyone's trying to kill us.
Yeah,
So I feel like we probably would have mentioned.
Yeah.
yeah. I feel like I wasn't trying to hide it from him.
Yeah, so perhaps, but you say him and this Quakesy fellow. They're overseeing these Ivory Jacks, yes?
Yes.
Sound like businessmen. Maybe you can convince them that a subtle helping hand could be good for their business.
Yes.
The MTIs out of their way might be worth a lot.
It seems. I don't know. I don't know. We don't know if they work for the MPIs or not. It seems everyone works for the MPIs.
Well, we know
And I'm worried that just like
Negan
Norfolk.
controlled them a little bit.
Yes.
Because,
he at least gave us a letter that said that he did not release our names,
yes. And if
which he could
we
then.
need to break proof or break trust from them, we could, I mean, that would be exposing ourselves, which would be stupid,
Mhm.
but it would show Negan's handwriting.
Yeah.
Unless his handwriting changed on him. What he changed his form.
I'm sure he probably did not write that.
I just worry that they are businessmen and opportunists, and they could decide, you know, that we are little fish and
Too flippy floppy.
yeah, and that Negan is big fish, and that it's more in their interest to turn us in and gain favor with them than to help
This episode's gonna be called
get out.
Fish.
I know, it's like, going fishing.
We have
Bill
Crow
Brown's
Prince
right.
in his posse.
I think that's where we should probably start.
And
I think
maybe the
getting
church
Crow
people.
Prince. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know that I don't know that they love us right now.
Who? I don't want to see them again.
The priests.
We're not going back there.
Funny.
Yeah,
I think we
your
should-
reception was not particularly warm when you returned
Yes.
to the temple.
But they
Give them
don't
300
like
gold.
drugs, you know,
Well, I may or may not have killed a couple of people.
help cleanse
I don't
the
feel bad
city.
for that. I gave him.
They
I was
knew-
like,
yeah.
"Are you prepared for this? Are you qualified?" He's like, "Oh yeah."
I'm at
oh,
peace
yeah."
with what happened. I think we should definitely get the Crow Prince involved. He wants to do good in the city. He should be. He didn't even know about the MPIs. He should be getting them out of the
You
city.
might have some ideas
Yes.
too on how we can manipulate.
Yes, I agree. But it's up to the other. I am not a complete no against Happy Jack and Quick Sleep, but I'm not for it at the moment.
Do that as a last resort.
Yeah. What do you think about your friend?
I don't what I'm bringing for India.
Yeah.
That's the last.
And then we also have the Magpie and the Stillbloom Brotherhood, which are in contact. We haven't talked to them.
That seems like a not last review.
The
I think that we
They
should at
helped,
least.
they helped us out last time we were.
They helped us get out of, and they're obviously they fought the MTIs in the last time we were in, so
Yes.
they already have. We know that they're not, working for them or with them or.
Maybe we contact them after we talk to the Crow Prince.
Yes.
Do you think maybe Crow Prince could put us in touch with like Spice Dog and we could tell them what empty eyes are doing and like get them to also help us?
He seemed.
I don't
Well,
think so.
I potentially thought about doing that, using Spice On to help us take out the MDIs, but he seemed, at least when I talked to him last, to not know like a lot about Spice On. Like that wasn't his,
Not his
forte.
department.
Yeah, he told us about Evar, which is another person we could contact, which was the previous leader of Spice On. But also the other thing with Spice On is like they may decide to take all of us out,
Mhm.
just because we know that they exist. But who knows?
So I think I gleaned that Negan, knows that they exist.
I would think so.
That was the only reason I called him a little fish.
I think so. I just didn't want to reveal it to him.
Because he is not the biggest and baddest of his kind.
Yes.
And he knows it. And that's why he is trying to get us to do what he wants.
Clever girl.
And hopefully we'll be able to use that against him.
Yes.
But I agree with Regina that we should talk to the Crow Prince, that we should talk to the Stillbloom Brotherhood today. We also talked about resting. I'm very tired.
And then we also need to tie you down and babysit you.
Yes. Other things on the list, just to remind us,
Take his
we're not done with the Crow Prince's mission.
Yes.
We still have to contact or figure out Sergeant Bosch, Diamond Bosch, Eli Bosch, Bernard or Banneron, and Osmond Cranch. We still have to deal with that. Just to remind us again. So we finished the shakedown quest. But we still have to tell the Crow Prince about
the outcome and the
to help that van.
Well, I mean, we kind of paid a debt anyways. Now we need the loan, but whatever.
Well, what we know about Norfolk already is that
They never stop.
they never stop collecting. So,
I feel like Malik is just like.
and we
oh
took
my
the
God,
last money from a
done.
pregnant woman, and
He's like slaving, like, yeah, just keep talking.
we took the last bit of their money. Like they can lose the farm. She was pregnant. Like he's still gonna need the loan. We should still tell the Crow Prince about him.
Weren't we going to do a sending kind of thing for that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, can you send from in the ball? Or while you touch the ball, or do you need to speak out loud?
Yes, speak out.
I do need to speak out loud.
But we could use
Well,
the
who am I
rigs when we're
sending?
gonna do that too.
What am I saying?
Sending to the Crow Prince.
Right.
About-
It can be two. It can be two purposes. You can mention we sent the farmer to the bank. He's a good man.
Mhm.
We'll
I
count
figured.
words. We'll count words later.
Yeah.
And also, we need to meet soon.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I don't want to have the other conversation over Sunday because it's not enough information. We just need to meet in the ball.
Okay.
Or
If he
maybe
doesn't
just
trust-
say we need
no,
to meet
not in the
soon.
ball.
We
Sorry,
don't need a ball.
We don't
Could be
need a
all the
ball.
stuff, and he can do the
does
window
his-
stuff.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. So maybe we could just tell him we need to meet soon and have a whole conversation.
Yes.
Maybe he can meet us here again. He met us here before.
I don't know if meeting at the same place is wise.
I'm sure he can get word to us.
Yeah.
If he has a better idea.
Honestly, we should probably move from where we're staying. I know, not for Negan.
Just for money. It's
Well,
expensive as
We
fuck.
are staying in the most expensive place in fucking town. But
I think we already paid. No, we never paid. You paid for tonight, right? But we never paid for it.
additional nights, no, I don't think so.
Why don't I write these things down? These are the important things.
Thanks for
Let me
the
see
notes.
the
I know last session I think you paid, but I don't remember if you paid for multiple nights or just one night.
I think you paid for 2 nights.
I think I did too. Yeah.
Okay. So we have pretty sure night again.
And then maybe we go back to like Nottingham.
So we have 2 nights. 'cause it's
I
like-
mean, it's
Yeah,
Nottingham, this place, or that CD place. In,
The armored book.
No, I was gonna say there's one more place.
Oh
we've
yeah, I
never
forgot
been.
about
Armored
Armored Duck.
Oh yeah, Nick Bits or whatever. Yeah, but we
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the place I was thinking.
There's an armored duck.
Yeah, the next bit too. I've not been to.
I think you did stay at the Armored Duck once.
Yeah, I think we
Yes.
did too.
Maybe Armored Duck then.
Yeah, we need to line up. The Nick bits. Go to rehab.
That's the last place I'll
Yeah, that's the last.
The,
Yeah, it was.
Regina met, I think Valora was staying at the Nick Bits.
Yeah.
She went and talked to her there.
Please. Whatever we do, I need a few days. And you all need to make sure I don't leave.
Yeah, by the way, give us your boots
You'll also want this ring.
and the ring.
I'll put them in the bag of holding.
Unequipped.
Move those. Yeah. I already unequipped them.
And strip down to your kneckers.
What?
I do not want to watch
So
things.
he does get
Here's
away.
the silken robe. Who's the best with nuts?
Oh, wait, I got
Not
the
so
plus
much
4
with these
survival.
clothes.
I don't know if that's what it would be.
It'd be either that or Dex, probably.
Dexterity?
Which probably you.
I
Dex.
probably have the highest I've ever done.
Get a plus 3.
Did too.
Are we taking? What time is it?
It's morning.
It's like early afternoon at this point, with all the conversations
Oh,
and
that's
stuff.
true. They already have breakfast. I'm getting
So he's not like you're just gonna like rest. There's no like long rest or short
No,
rest or
no,
anything. It's
I
just
can't take a long rest.
rest
but
in general.
Yeah,
I know you haven't mentioned it, but isn't
But
today
doesn't
Ella's
actually-
birthday?
Oh, does it?
Isn't it?
tomorrow.
What fucking day? How many days are we going to be on that
Still
same day?
I know, bro. We've been on the same day forever.
It can't be the same day.
It is.
It's the end of last session started this day, and we've been on this day.
We've been on the day so long, I ran out of space for notes and just
I
assumed
know.
it was the next day.
We're,
Yeah,
we're
I
on the
know.
8th.
Me too.
If that's fair, okay.
Yeah, we're on the 8th. Because that's when I wrote my 4 levels of exhaustion.
So your birthday's on the 9th.
My birthday's. I remember this morning, you went fishing, and like when you came back, that's when I gave a little speech about my birthday's tomorrow. I'm still with my dad, and I don't want to fucking be on drugs anymore. I'm gonna leave the anti-divination ring on me still, and the bandit projected thought on me still,
Yes.
and the glutton's fork, and I'll still leave my. No, I shouldn't do that. Unequipping all my arrows.
Yeah, it does say all your weapons.
So are we going to stay here for a few more days then?
Should cast ring off. Sorry.
I mean, I guess it would be the easiest place because we wouldn't have to go down for food while all will recover.
I'll leave my armor.
But I mean, if we do, this would be the day to like move because we don't want to try to move him in between so we might lose him and he
We
might
should
go
just-
get more drugs.
We should just stay until we're done resting.
How many days do you think we'll need?
Depends on what shape you want me to be in. I don't know, and I don't
How-
want to.
How long ago have you used drug?
Last night, when he was with his father,
But you've come down from it now. It's terrible.
it's.
Okay. So, all right, get on the bed.
I haven't left the bed. I'm still in bed. I've been in bed this whole time, just like talking to you guys laying down.
Does anybody want to help me with these ropes?
Yes. I will help you with the
Do
ropes.
you want to rope separately?
Yeah, roll up bed. I'll like make sure the ropes go into the bed because I can like scurry under there some tiny. Make sure it's a nice taut.
Do I get advantage?
I mean,
He's helping. Or not, just single roll. It's up to you.
I'm not gonna make you roll anything. You got time. We're working together. You can
It needs
tie them up.
cooperate.
You can tie a knot.
Yeah, I'm not fighting.
Yeah, this is a shitty knot. Untie. Tie another knot. Oh, that's better.
Okay, I'll quick test them out.
Yeah. I strain against them and
Make strength check.
try to get out.
So I know
At
now.
disadvantage? Ooh, that's pretty low. Oh, well, one was a natural 20, but at least it's at disadvantage. I have a 0 on strength, so 6.
Great. Yeah. No dice. He's not going anywhere.
Okay. So we got all his teleporty things. Your knives.
It would be straight strength or athletics. It doesn't matter. It'd be
Look at
a
him
6 or
trying
a
to
9.
get out.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, you got your breakfast.
Actually, I did not.
Oh, do you want some breakfast?
I think they brought you some coffee or
Did
something.
they? Okay.
I'm just gonna pour it on your
Oh, they did. Yeah, they did bring me coffee.
That's what you deserve, drug addict.
Damn. This time you have to torture me?
Okay.
Okay, clearly you need another cleansing.
Right.
Find a nice towel, put on his face. Drop.
Hardcore reason.
So while Olo is tied to the bed, how do we want to use our time? What's next? What's the plan?
Well,
Should we have like some people do some recon on those other guard peoples?
I suppose so, but none of us are the sneakiest anymore.
Ruh-roh.
I feel like we need to, probably today we'll just relax, lay low. I will try to make some money back in the bar room this night.
I will send a lot of sending.
Send
Can
some
I-
things to some
Can I
things.
rewind a little bit
Absolutely.
till we're in the orb again? Yeah. Do you want to
We're in the
include
orb
your
again?
father in any of this?
I do not think so. Not at this point.
He said he could get in a scrap.
But he also stole things from me hours after we decided we were related.
I
So,
don't think
I
he
do
would
not-
turn us in or fuck us over.
Same, but I do not at the same time trust him with this sort of a magnitude.
Yeah, I don't think we should bring him in now. I just mean in the end. I don't know
For
how
the fight.
helpful he can or cannot be.
I think he would
Close.
help, but I do not think he needs to be in the plan.
Yeah.
Like in the planning phase.
Yeah, no.
Be like
I
a
agree.
minute before, like, I'm going to fight someone, he'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
Like that's all he probably needs to know.
Done.
Get him a couple whiskeys and see if he manages to again.
Okay.
This is. I'm gonna go get some cigarettes.
I'm gonna go get a gallon of milk. Okay.
See you in 25 years.
Dude, they didn't have any. Keep checking different stores. Okay. Could have grew a fucking cow. Anyways, play this night, make monies, perhaps. Drive, do a few sendings. See if we can schedule a meeting with the Prince.
Yes.
Perhaps, Ricard, you can go shopping for this guy's kids or something, since that's what you desire most in life.
I'll pick up some books so I can play some stories too.
Yes.
Maybe pick up some new books for.
Oh, yes.
Perhaps spooky and scaly.
No more child books.
Oh, look at you go. So
But
proud.
can't you only, you said you could only get disguise kits from other thief people. And I don't know how
You
to
can-
speak thief.
You can build your own as well.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's easy. You can just go buy things that don't look like stuff you wear. Then you put them on disguise.
You want to look inconspicuous, but
Mustache.
If you want to look like a wooden barrel, go buy a wooden barrel.
that's not a
Just
conspicuous.
solid, just solid snake the shit.
That's what I was saying.
A box.
He's got a little hole in it already cut out for it.
Shrink. Fuck. They're looking. that sound I used to hear in my dreams, I swear. But Metal Gear Solid 3 sometimes. They're like, no.
I love
Yeah.
those. Anyway,
Anyways.
I was wondering what that
we'll go on a tangent.
Unlimited ammo.
Praying mantis. Ocelot.
What kind
Back to
All right.
D&D. All right.
Who wants to go shopping for things, and who wants to stay here and watch all of?
I will stay here until this evening.
Are you going to be up in the room, or are you going
I
to
will
go
stay here.
downstairs? And
I will stay.
I'll stay here whenever you leave.
Where will you be? Are you going to be here?
Yeah, I'll go shopping.
Okay. Good deal. We can review some metrics now. As your napping allows. Yes.
I may fall asleep sometimes, but
For expediency's sake, what are you out to acquire? You want to put together a disguise kit?
yes.
Anything else?
Some
don't
books.
What books?
I like books on monsters, or folklore, or history,
Not
So-
and then like maybe some books for him to keep learning and reading. And
There's one bookstore you know of.
yes, don't she abandon it?
library.
Maybe we
There's
could-
a library.
It's a pretty big book.
You could try to steal from it.
I don't know what we should be doing. Get herself kicked out before we ever do any real research.
Okay, so let's say for the disguise kit, because you're not getting like a prepared disguise, like you're not making contact with like, the Stillgrim Brotherhood or whatever, like
Yeah.
criminal element to like purchase a proper disguise kit. It'll be a little more. We'll say for 40 gold, you do some shopping, go around to various shops, get paints and makeups and molding things and stuff like that to put together a fairly decent disguise kit.
Big old nose.
As far as books,
Would I put a disguise kit in here, like as actual disguise?
sure, yeah. As far as books, make an investigation check. You're shopping around. The premier bookstore is closed down.
But there's still books in there.
Now, question.
She didn't take all the books with her, did she?
Yeah.
When I
Go steal some books.
okay, so I
From
get
someone we helped.
advantage if I'm trying to recall information about fey fiends or undead, specifically looking for
You're looking for books.
those kind of
This
books.
is not you recalling information about those things.
The
You're trying to
natural one.
learn new.
What was that saying?
You look around, you check around like the general store type stuff. You walk around the open market. You find a handful of vendors who are selling the odd book or two, but nothing that's really what you're looking for.
Okay. Do we know how to get to this? Do you think she took all her books with her?
No.
I mean, maybe we could
I believe she left rather quickly.
so maybe we could go to Lester, because I am not finding anything.
I don't believe it's a store anymore, but
We did help her. Sort of.
I guess I could ask.
And we could always try to leave her some money inconspicuously. Like, here back later when we
I
see
don't
her
think
again.
she's coming back.
No, but when we see her again. If we see her up north.
are you guys still in the room?
No.
She would be like-
No.
Planning on robbing an old bookstore.
Yeah, I know. I know that's what you were talking about. I just didn't know if you were
gonna
there.
maybe just send her a thing, be like, hey, we're gonna take some books for your place. Thanks, and you're welcome, and all that.
With that lady's bookstore that.
Yeah, the Dragonborn dude.
It's yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm not there. Get my blessing.
Should we do it afterwards?
I'm also not there, but you have my
Maybe we.
I support.
See if we
Stealing.
find anything first in there. And then we can send her a message. Because I mean, if not, then we don't need to send her a message. Right?
Right. But how do we get in inconspicuously?
Well, we
Doesn't
gotta go
seem like-
find it first.
We can't just bust the front door.
See if there's window, back door,
Yeah, but any entrance that is locked,
chimney,
our only chance is to break it.
or chimney.
and go.
It could potentially go down chimney.
You
We
think you can shut down a
also-
fucking chimney?
We also,
You
I have,
high?
Santa Claus does it.
and also,
The two largest people in the group.
These old chimneys
Have
are like
Ola's
shit.
boots currently.
Oh,
That's
Alright,
what
let's
I
rob
was
a
gonna say,
bookstore.
but I'm not there.
I could
rob a
put those
bookstore.
on and attune to
Done.
them. But
Done.
you have to attune to them right.
oh.
Yeah.
What about the ring?
Fuck. Do you want to? I mean, do you want to go sit and eat lunch for a minute while we attune, and
Are you
then
trying his boots? Sure.
do you want the ring or the boots?
It only goes one way. But I guess once you're inside, you can unlock the door.
Right. Right.
So yes, why not?
Okay. So we do that. Put the boots with the ring on.
So 1 and 1.
Sit and have lunch.
One
And
takes a
attune
ring,
to
one
it.
takes a boot.
Yeah.
Okay. Change your attunements.
Back in the room, I'm like, man, I'm
So I took
sure they're
the-
not getting in.
The shade cast ring and the phantom waltz.
Do you want the ring or the boots?
The ring. I
What was
believe
that
I'll
boots
stretch
called?
out the boots.
They're
I
magic.
don't think
I think that
ever-
magically changed your boot
Magic.
size. But
I've ever worn boots.
probably weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it looked really conspicuous.
I mean, even my mini doesn't have shoes, it's just feet.
Yeah.
It's dragon feet.
What's the boots called?
And I
Phantom
equipped
waltz.
boots. The Misty Step.
Okay, Phantom Walls, I see.
Shade cast ring.
Shade cast ring.
Yeah, phantom waltz. That's what they're called.
Shade. And turn. So I think it's hilarious that we have these amazing items. We're stealing boots with them.
Books.
Books.
Books, yeah.
Stealing boots.
That's what I'm saying. Like we're doing something so. We could do so much more with these items with them being in bed.
Well,
I never know.
we got all day.
It's like, okay, we're our own group now. The Western Wind. Fuck
Chaos
those other
crew.
guys. So yeah,
So yeah, we eat some lunch, attune, chill out.
Okay.
don't we attempt to
You
run?
go to the Fable Stable. The windows are all shuttered. Door appears to be locked.
Is there like alleyways at all, or a back, and like not entrance, but like a back wall or anything?
There is one alley going along one of the sides.
Okay. As sneakily as possible.
Go into the alleyway.
And I kind of, I don't want to like. Well, we're walking together anyway, right?
Yeah.
So,
And while I was at lunch, I put some of my disguise.
I was gonna pee in the alleyway, but just like keep away, pondering eyes. Like if you, it's like, oh, that was Dragon Dick. Oh, never mind. Like, I don't want to see. You know what I mean?
You
Then
still
I can be
can't.
watching her mold into a ghost and stuff.
A little ways down the alley, there is what appears to be some kind of side door.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, you can go through walls anywhere.
Take a look around, see if anybody's watching us.
No, I mean you see people like down at the end of the alley, like walking by on the street and stuff, but nobody in particular paying mind.
I'm gonna pretend like I'm getting ready to open the door as I do the phantom thing and just walk through it.
Okay. You do so. You step in.
I look around.
You find yourself in like a sort of back room. It looks like it would have been an office or something. There's like a small desk and a chair, a couple of shelves. The desk has ink and quill and some scattered papers. The shelf is empty.
Do I see, like, is the back door locked? Does it appear?
Like that you walked through.
Yes.
You can try it. once you solidify.
Okay, yeah, solidify.
It's locked.
Okay.
There's a latch on the inside.
I'm gonna unlatch it.
You've unlocked it.
Okay. Break it open. Let's see if you're coming.
Oh. Yeah, I was gonna teleport in there.
You get a big eye
But
for
okay.
dragon deck.
I shake it and walk in. Zip up. All right.
Okay, then I close the door and relock it.
Okay.
Okay. Then I guess we will go. I'm guessing there's a room to go to the front room where the books are at.
Yeah, you're in like a back room now. There is a door that you presume leads out to the rest of the shop.
2 questions. He said the windows were like shuttered, like you can't see in at all,
From the outside.
like at all.
Mhm.
Right. And it's super dark, right?
I mean, in the room that you're in now.
Oh yeah, you can't say shit.
So
I mean, there's a little light like peeking in through
Oh, he's
like
like-
around the shutters and stuff, but
Dim light.
huh?
Dim light. You just gotta light this bitch up.
He just said all the windows are closed, like completely. You can't see shit, right? If
Yeah,
you wouldn't
most
see a
of-
light spell, right?
I mean, maybe
I'm not gonna. I mean, can I control my light spell at all?
you could like cover most.
I
of
mean,
it,
like
you
his
know.
switch over there.
You
Oh
could-
yeah, cast it
No,
on
it's not.
something.
It's not. It's not a
I'm just
dimmer, but
making
like,
sure.
but like you could.
Put
You have a
some cloth
cloak.
on
Like
it.
you could throw your cloak over most of it to like direct it.
Okay.
Put in
Yeah.
lanterns.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. Then we proceed to the front room.
So you walk out of this. You alright, dude? You walk out of this back room into the shop proper. Looking around, the place is a little messy. Some of the shelves and things have been like moved or pushed out of place. You see one that's knocked over. The front desk is a little scattered, like similar to the way the back desk was, kind of scattered papers and stuff like that. You see one book like sitting on the desk, but looking around at the shelves, they're bare.
She did take all her books. Mostly.
Okay, I'll look at the one book sitting on the desk. What is it?
You open it up, it looks to be like a business ledger. Sales.
Shouts, it doesn't mean.
Didn't we have her escorted?
Don't remember.
Because I believe that's why she might have taken it. I don't believe she was in such a hurry as I originally thought. I believe we should leave.
Yeah, there's nothing here. I don't think we'll be interested in the papers. And you said there were no books in the back either, right?
No.
It was bust.
Is there a maybe like when we walked up to the store, is there a for sale sign on it?
Nothing that you saw.
I guess we just go back out to the same door.
We just need a base of operations, man. I want to buy a place.
I mean, this could be our base. It's empty.
It's just an idea. What kind of part of town is this? The Fable Stable at?
Merchant's Quarter, I believe.
Oh, okay, so it's like a
Kind of.
be super pricey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like the jeweler.
Yep.
It's good.
I mean, I guess maybe we could ask someone around here and say it looks like bookstore closed. Is there any other bookstore? Or you just want to go?
We could look for it. Or go to the library.
Well, I guess we could go to the library and do some research at least. See if they let us in. If not,
Why
we
wouldn't
can
they
tell
let us in?
apart the music.
Why wouldn't they?
I don't know.
There you go.
I mean,
He's got
I guess it depends on who controls the library. If they are racist.
I've been there before. I've read it.
Then we should be good.
Yes.
Let's go to the library.
You want to the Emerald Repository?
Yes.
Okay. What are you there to research?
I'm gonna pick out a book about pirates and try to read that one. I don't know.
You know, we ran
Something
into
that
some
looks
pirates.
Interesting to me. Whatever.
What were they called? The Red Tide?
Okay.
Have you even finished learning to read?
No.
That's why I said to see if I can. It looks like a mid-level book. It's not a kid book. It's not like a
It's young adult.
research book.
Yeah.
It's like it's like a murder mystery book.
Harry Potter.
Let's see what the
It's
Hardy
over Harry
Boys are
Potter.
up to this
Yeah.
week.
That's the level hard.
I'm gonna try to research more about Tiamat.
Okay. Any like particular direction?
I want to say like maybe like if she's ever had champions before, if they were ever defeated, general, I guess, lore about her, just trying to find out more information on what power she might have or what she might be able to grant other people, like how strong I guess she is.
Okay. Dry. You are directed towards books about pirates.
Peter Pan and shit.
Read about a book.
That came up with something. You begin to struggle your way through the first
At least I'm.
chapters.
And if I can't comprehend any of it, I'm going to pretend I'm going to flip pages. I'm going to fit in. All right. I'm not going to like just struggle.
You're
the
not going to
first-
ask for help.
the first page and be like, this sucks.
Just ask me if you don't like know a word and you want to know what it means.
I would be asking before 12.
Give me an investigation. Your research.
Like an
Now would
intelligence.
this one be advanced? This is a feat.
-4.
You're talking about like recalling information. This is like your like what you can find in regards to what you're searching for. So you're in a library with the information. It's not about recalling it. This is like how is your investigation in regards to what you seek?
Natural 19, so plus 5.
24. You find some things. One of the first things that you notice is that while this is a pretty... let's start with how long do you intend to stay?
Um,
I don't know from us.
I'll say. What part of the day did we start out at? It was beginning morning, right? Or was it like late
early
morning,
afternoon?
early afternoon?
By the time you get here, maybe mid-afternoon. Because you
Say
were
go to
talking
like
about
dusk, like right just a little before dinner time.
so a couple hours. Okay. This is like a pretty good library. There's a lot of stuff here. As far as mention of Tiamat, a lot of what you're finding is like seems light compared to other stuff. Based on what you know about the Dominion, and like the views here on like Bahamut, for example. The way that the Dragonborn race has like the position that it has been in for as long as it has, you kind of know already that the general vibe about like Bahamut, Tiamat, this kind of stuff is that it's more story and legend than anything. By most people, not believed to be actual gods. So you take it that the reason there is not a ton here about them is that like they just weren't taken seriously enough to be written into a lot of these texts or to be like thoroughly researched by the people who wrote them, right? But You do find given what you've heard from Malik, that kind of helps direct a little bit. You do find mention of Tiamat in relation to what he referred to as the Blaze Shade gods. You do find a mention of that. That kind of stacks up with what he told you. You find a bit about how there are theories, legends amongst the Dragonborn people that Tiamat and Bahamut were like the beginnings of their race, right? And you had some degree, or you were aware of some degree of relationship between them. They're kind of like two sides of the same coin almost. You do find one or two things that refer to them as siblings.
The other thing I wanted to research too on that topic was anything that may mention anything about that ritual that we found. Like what it could be. As far as like the dragon claws and if during
the shrine room?
the shrine. If it mentions what it could possibly potentially be for or if there aren't any mentions of any rituals.
You find like an offhanded remark or two about like occasional cults that have sprung up among slave populations and things like that to Tiamat, some with ritualistic practices, but nothing about like in particular what you had seen.
So I walk over to you in the library after hours of reading. And I'm done with my book. I go, how is your research going?
Mostly stuff I already knew. What Malik told us seems to be true.
Well, I believe last time I was here, I learned a very strict edict. They keep books that they keep away from the public. That's where you'll find your answers. Also, I finished my book. So. I walked back up to wherever I got it from, put it back.
That's like a book this thick. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah. Like, there's 500 pages and I read it in 2 hours and I don't know how to read. I just flipped through them too fast. Like, this is how people read.
Are you talking about some things you want to try today? Or on the third day?
Well, I was thinking I have this ring on. It's only a library. You're not going to kill us.
Can you take anybody with us?
Never used it before.
Because, I mean,
Or you
cool
could
that
borrow.
you have the ring on, but you can't read. How will you know what
Or
to
you-
find?
Let me look at the book you were looking at.
Okay.
Point out where it says Tiamat doesn't know how it's spelled.
Okay.
Keep in mind it is dusk at this point. You've been here
When does the library close? I didn't even think about that.
soon.
Fuck.
Maybe tomorrow. I mean, I don't think he's going to be better. But
True.
we'll come back tomorrow.
Yes. Steal some books. Borrow some books. Sounds like
Okay.
Was I right? This is a restricted. I could have sworn when we were there last. Me and Regina.
Yeah.
She was trying to access some top secret stuff. They were like, no.
I don't remember if she tried that or not, but I mean, you've been in Emerald Repository and Sorceries before that had a restricted area.
Maybe that's
So,
Alright. Back to the inn.
you return your boats. You head back to the inn. While they were gone, anything you guys wanted to be doing other than chilling?
We were
Strange.
during the waking hours of Olo. We were going over some music-y, songy things, whatever.
Magic.
Okay. Regina?
That's what she was doing.
I figured I'd be helping Drea with reading. Since
You went to the library with her.
Yeah.
Would you like to have gone to the library with them and done a lesson?
And she does like.
She helped you with your pirate book.
Yes. I didn't finish.
Yeah,
just-
I
I still lied.
I'm still alive.
that and
To her. Not to her.
I also would like to see if there's any books about the world tree. Or
Are you gonna teach or are you gonna research?
Well, I figure I could do a little bit of both, right? Like do a lesson of teaching, and kind of like, okay, see how you do.
Take off your training wheels.
And then
Okay, then I lied to them both.
and then
I finished it!
500 page book. He said he finished in like 2 hours.
and then I just at least like look for something, not necessarily like do the research, but just see if there is stuff about a book about the world tree.
Give me an investigation.
Turn that
You should have said,
Your luck note is gone.
you left us.
Where? I can't. I read. Oh, 13.
I can go get the lady maker right now. Though.
No, I remember.
I know, but
You don't find anything that, like, if you're kind of just like perusing books, like looking at titles and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
you don't find anything in particular that calls out the world tree. There are some things about like geological histories and environments like throughout Ethelos and things like that that like might have a section or something pertaining to it, like maybe starting points at least to look for information about it, but nothing like that's like screams world tree,
Okay.
at least in the amount of time that you're looking around.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Mainly the lesson and just random browsing, I guess you could say.
You guys head back to the inn. Regroup.
and in my time of showing Olo, the magical chord progressions and whatever scales. I want to start working on variations of things I know. Try and craft my own spells. I don't know what yet, but I'm, ad-libbing jazz chords. Throw a minor knife in there.
Okay.
See what it does later. But just stuff like that. And then, of course, there's then I order room service. Then you wake up and it's like, meatball.
Sounds delicious.
Anything in particular prior to you said you were going to go down and play again?
I was going to wait for someone to come back before I did that.
They return.
Yeah,
You did.
I did.
I would do it.
Okay.
Was there money?
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Your father is still on the bill, but he's more than
Oh.
happy to have you join him. Any particular conversations you would like to have with him while you're there?
Keep it light for today. Focus with the musics.
Just hanging out.
Hanging out, learning songs, playing songs. Not discussing anything or anything or.
Okay.
But Jam.
The rest of you.
Enjoying the tunes with a bottle of wine.
I am setting up with Olo. Would you like to hear a story? I could not find any books though. So it's
Sure.
gonna have to be one from my dinner.
Sure.
Okay. So once upon a time.
And so I'm going to
Kill myself.
something like that. I'm going to do a tune from my amulet.
Yes.
No, my sand spirit.
Okay.
Oh.
What?
Well, I'm trying to. I'll just take off his ring and then put my other ring on.
We create the
I was like, that's a
Which is the
tune from the same spirit.
captured my
Great.
anti-divination. So I'm gonna go send some messages.
All right, hit me, dog. Message number 1. Who's it going to?
You're not doing it in the
I'm
same room as
still
us,
doing
right? You went
stuff, though.
somewhere else.
What?
You didn't stay in the room with us, right?
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
We could still spy on us.
When I see you do that, I'm gonna say you might want to go somewhere else.
So spy through your eyes onto me.
Well, they can just cast the thing, like the scrying spell, on us and stuff. You're in the same room, potentially. Hear what you're saying.
Where the fuck am I supposed to do then?
We got 2 rooms.
Get out of here! Leave me alone!
I'm tied to the bed, right?
You do have 2.
We got 2 rooms.
Oh, that's true.
Alright,
They're in the
let's
same
go in
room.
the
That's,
other
yeah.
room.
Yeah, fair enough.
Good lord. Alright. We did it.
You're interrupting my story.
I'm still up to 2 seconds.
What?
Oh, do you need a bottle to pee?
Number 1, I'll hold
Okay.
it until everyone's here. Till the crop comes.
Okay.
I don't trust you. And I always feel like I have to write it down first.
Nah, dog, wing it. You got it.
Well, it's just because of the number of words. I gotta.
Count it out.
You got
Yeah, but then I'm just
three
gonna
fingers on
waste
each hand.
words. I have to be super efficient with my words.
Hey, go for it.
Got
You're just trying to make me cast 2 spells, ass.
You can count it out if you want, but
We
it's
got
gonna.
20. I mean, tonight?
Huh?
It's all your spell.
Well, that's my idea was about one type of people.
He's a busy man. He's got a lot of people to talk to.
You've got multiple days to remember. Yeah. Like, you don't have to talk to everyone tonight if you don't want to.
Yeah, but I want to say that because they respond, I'm gonna have to respond,
Respond back.
and they respond.
You're right. You're right.
So I might as well just try to blow it out of the water right
Yeah.
now. Well, and every day after.
Yeah.
Just let me think for a second. So we're getting a hold of him to tell him about the dude, the wife, the kid, and the loan. Right? That's it?
To be honest, too.
Oh yeah, and to meet us, but here?
If he can, or he came here before.
Suggest
He knows
another
he's
place.
been in our room before.
Okay, so it's near front.
If he's not comfortable, we can tell some other things.
I locked the door behind me. Shut all the windows. I got my tuned ring and
I'm watching. You hear from the
Crow Prince. I'm trying to remember the guy's name. Shit.
Burglar.
No, the guy from the
Ingrid.
Ingen.
Ingen. And we already told him about
He's aware of who they are. Yeah.
the job.
Yeah. He knew. Yeah, all about that.
So yeah, that's kind of now. Crowprince. We've done Negan's job. The man and his wife need help. Meet us at the inn.
Set on the words left if you want to.
Well, I feel like we can just tell him the rest. I feel like we can just tell him the rest about that guy when he gets here.
Yeah. You don't have
So I
to.
don't have to. Yeah.
You could say, or like suggest another place.
That's it. Does he know my voice from all the mind things we've done?
My night's work will be beginning soon. I'll stop by.
All right.
One off the list.
Yes. And while I'm doing this, I have to talk to. Man, I really didn't make my own list. Just the war chief, my mom, the people that we sent up north that we just tried to rob. The book story.
Yeah. The dragon right that was dead and we brought back to life and his.
Yes, I would like to talk to him next.
Yeah.
The man I brought back to life.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, Ben Gregamon.
Ben Gregamon. Or that. Ben Gregamon. I would like to know if you ever found your love. She will be looking for you. She left a day after. I hope all is well.
Forgive me, you sent him to Iraq?
Yeah.
Eventually, but he was supposed to drop by Knight's Keep first to drop off my costume.
You told him to mail it to your mother there.
She gets We'll find him.
Have
I'll
you
re-kill
told him that they're not there?
No.
No, but I still think it's a safe place.
Is it though?
Nobody's probably not there yet, anyways.
What was his name again? Ben.
Ben Gregamon. Can't imagine he's there by now.
Doubtful.
Yeah. It's only been like
No.
days.
Yeah.
To send them like to the other side of the continent to a desert seems mean.
He can make the decision
I
himself.
mean,
You can
they
at
never
least tell
even
him
told
that.
me why they left the place.
Hmm?
I mean, they told me why they left the place, but not that it's like we were invaded and we had to run. Like,
No. I think they're
I'm
just
sure it's
consolidating
like-
power.
yeah. Even though there's no one there, there's no one trying to kill him or enslave him there either, right? Ish.
We don't know.
I'm gonna let that be for a second. It's got to be better from where it came from. Where it came from is death.
I
Literally.
Literally.
I have not found her. I'm on my way to Iraq, as instructed.
Alright, I'm gonna send another one to him.
Okay.
Apparently, Croc.
time to view whoever that is.
The people have moved. They go to the map's not there. No, it's not there
Something
either.
wastes.
They march to
Shifting wastes.
Yes, in the shifting wastes, but
What is the city?
Kolyana.
Leon.
Kolyana. Oh, well, I didn't put it over there. Might be.
How many words am I at?
9.
Okay. You can either meet them or meet the Jagged Claw. Your choice.
You have this man.
Trying to think of how I can like,
So your brother is part of the Jagged.
because I sent her in the same direction, right? She's
Like your
never
mom?
made it.
You can rock.
When you say your mom?
No.
Not
Oh,
his wife or
Yeah, his
whoever
lover.
owned the.
Yeah.
Okay.
let me know what you decide.
My family is with them. You can trust them.
I don't know how to find the Jagged Claw. Koliana is far. But I will try. Tell Faye.
So I send a Faye.
You're not kidding.
No, I'm thinking of how I want to start it. Well, because like I kind of want to just both send them to Jagged Claw, and they could be supporters of Jagged Claw. That's way closer than that fucking place. Puts the lives at risk a little more, but you know, for the
I don't know. Both of them putting their lives at risk, but like
Exactly, traveling freaking like way
Into
the
an
fuck
area
out,
where
they'll
there's
never fucking
Going to
make
be
it.
war.
going to be war.
Yeah, they'll never make it there.
But they could also decide like to meet somewhere closer. They could decide to not go to any of those places. You know, like they could just go to Carver or wherever. Like that's their decision. Like, you know, not on me, bro.
Apparently it is on me because he's about to walk over to Karak, which is still a fucking trek compared. I mean,
He's a this man does not have freedom papers.
True.
He's a
That's
Dragonborn
true.
on his own.
yeah, so the
he
Jagged
has
Claw is like his best bet.
And he has no way to contact his wife.
Yeah. So
And
Valid points.
your brother was going to meet your mom in Mud.
yeah, you could send them both to Mudma.
Mudmug. Guys.
Isn't that Mud?
No, it's
Mudmire.
Mudmire.
It has
Well, it's
always-
Mudmug.
You called it Mudmug so many times. It has never once been Mudmug.
This is our Perva.
It's canon.
Change it on the map.
But
Cross it out.
How long
Did
is it?
you see the most recent episode?
No, I haven't.
There's a new Pervon type name that came out
Nice.
that broke him real bad. It's real good.
Very good.
But how long ago was that I sent
Like
my
what,
mother?
2 or 3 days ago? Not long.
So she's probably already like close to being.
It took us like 10 or more
But
days.
your
And we haven't even
brother-
been in the city that long.
Had to go meet her, and he
Well, I
said he
guess
had to change course or something. So he was going to crack.
Crack. Go to crack.
All the
Let
names.
them do some crack.
I like it.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to send to Faye. Did he even? He didn't tell me where he was. God damn it! God
You
damn
could
it!
send him another message.
It's only been like 4 days since we
Jesus.
sent your mom. And that was at least a 10-day journey or more for us. I think it was 10 days from Kalanara. So it's probably a 14-day journey. It's only been like 4 days. Since we sent him, it's only been like 6 days. So he could change course.
And he may be going that way to get to a ship or something.
Maybe 8 days. So yeah, because we saw him the very first day, didn't we?
All right, I'll send it to Frank Dragonmon again. I sent my mother to Mokmar. Shut up. They want me to say the other one. The jagged claw, along with my brother, will meet them there. I will send Faze with them.
If you are sure they will still be there when Faye and I arrive, I will go.
Alright, then I'm going to use my 4th level and talk to Faye.
Okay.
So do all these people like kind of like, I don't have to say who I am or say who they are or whatever.
I mean,
I think they'll figure it
they
out in
hear
the
your
context
voice.
of what you're saying, yeah.
You met them recently. You were for however
so
short a
long.
time they knew.
It feels
you
so long ago.
You've affected a large change on their lives.
Yeah,
so
they know
I
your
doubt they
voice.
forgot you.
I have spoken to Ben Gregamon. I know you have not found him. Go to Muckmeyer. He will be waiting for you. May Muhammad go with you.
I like to think that went through.
I mean, may Muhammad go with you.
Right before you started, it was true.
Let's break it up, the connection.
Everybody serves higher.
Okay. I'll ask the Iron Post escorts to change course.
Shit.
No. She wasn't with the Iron. Oh, yes, she was.
She was.
So was his mom, right?
Yes.
Correct.
But not him.
Not him.
But he left before they did.
Yeah.
But only like a day.
No, a couple days.
Couple
Oh,
days?
she might have left a day or two later, but your mom left like a couple days
Yeah,
after that. Because that's when we had to do the warehouse stuff, kill your brother, and try to take your sword, and then your mom.
A lot of shit's going down.
Yeah.
So you're out of spells now?
Busy city, busy city.
We should all have 4 levels of exhaustion. It's been a couple fucking
One day
days
you'll
here.
be done with Numeria, guys. One day.
This is like Vegas, guys.
So yeah, I'm out of,
Sucks you dry.
out of spell slots.
All
talk
that's
nobody
left
else.
is one for one of us to marry Stu.
So tomorrow I have to talk to
You have to tell your
My
brother
mother.
to wait.
my brother. Just a check. And then the war chief.
Okay.
And probably somebody else. Because I have 4 slots, so I gotta like fill them all. I gotta use them all.
Well, you used multiple today just to talk to one person, so like that probably happens
Exactly.
again. But we also need to talk to the magpie and
Yes,
If not,
Magpie,
though,
War
too.
Chief, Brother, Mother. That's tomorrow.
Brother, mother.
Yeah.
That's,
If you have-
that's my brother, mother.
If you have one left.
There's different fingers for brother and mother.
And you have one left too to the guy because he said
I won't. But the 3rd day. So
What
how
guy?
long are we?
okay, I'm making a
the
list.
one he just sent the message to tell him that he is sending his wife there, and
Oh,
also to
Ember
look
Glenn?
for because
No, I'll just like.
your brother's not going to the
I will.
inn, right? Because he was going to the keep.
Yeah, but I'll just tell my brother, like. Chill out
Go
for
find
4
him.
days.
Yeah.
They're more.
Or you can go. Yeah, try to find them. They're probably on a main road.
Mhm.
One of them's with the iron post, just like my mom was.
Yeah. That
Hard
might
to
not
miss.
go well.
There's a gathering of
fucking-
iron.
Yeah, there's all these guards, and here comes a Dragonborn up with no freedom papers, or a bunch of Dragonborn up with armed with no freedom papers.
Well, give them up one way or another.
Okay.
Sleep other stuff.
Are
Long
you
rest.
with your dad?
For a
Jam.
while.
Jam.
If there's nothing in particular you would like to do, like you can just
Acquire some coins if they're around.
yeah, roll d20. Make a performance check. We'll do it that way.
If these rich people are stingy. or
28.
generous.
You make
Damn.
28 gold pieces.
How many?
28.
Okay.
That was a performance check.
Yes. So see how much gold he
Oh.
made based on how well he did.
So, tough crowd, man. Tough crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, 20 gold.
I thought you were gonna like throw
That's
performance.
for
and
a
then
card
throw other
planted
dice.
in, that's a lot of fucking money.
But this is the fanciest place in town.
It's also would be split.
Yeah.
So
That's like
that's
56.
Yeah. What are you doing?
You should like
It's your noise.
pocket some of it.
Okay.
I don't like you said you split it with him.
60% per week.
Um,
You're my sidekick, Dad.
day 2.
well, a little while passes. Phil eventually returns to the room. You guys are kind of settling in. And there's a little at the door.
I answered.
Oh, wait, which door?
I
The one
answered.
door.
The one that you're rolling. I assume he returns
Okay.
after his messaging.
Oh, it's
It's probably what?
The Crow Prince.
Oh, yeah.
I messaged
You,
him.
you
That's
open
my
it.
first message.
yes.
It is
And we put
presumed to be him. He's in the same like
Mr. Sosa.
red haired
I'd say we
elf
put all our
disguise.
rings on too, because I'm assuming you would have told us that you
Oh, then he
messaged
was.
him.
Yeah.
He was gonna
I already got my ring on.
put back on. All up. Back on.
Oh, yeah, I never took mine off.
So he comes in and pulls out the small rod and clicks it, and a little bubble opens up.
We have much to discuss.
Well,
So, we told you about the job Negan had us do
yes.
on the grain.
He said they're worth helping.
Yes. They, the child on the way, and they're seem like decent people just trying to make their way in life. And they could use a loan from the bank for that. Since we took all of their money.
They were only indebted because they could not get a loan through normal
Means.
yes. The Long Bloom Bank would not fund them.
And you helped out his boxing, right?
I may have magically altered his book to look better. To give him a better chance of getting him loan.
I'll see a few forms put through.
Go on to more pressing matters. We were visited by Negan.
Yeah.
Don't mind this.
It's our next thing. Well, thank
We're
you.
trying to get
Yeah,
him like clean.
This is our rehab. He's in rehab.
Interesting.
Really fancy rehab.
Sure. You were visited by Negan again.
Yes. And guess what he wants us to do?
No.
I'll see, he's not in the business of guessing. That's funny.
Get dirt on your family.
Well, you wouldn't be the first.
Exactly. So, obviously, we know that we have information that he wants, but we are not willing to give that. Especially, we would like to work with you to find a creative solution. An elaborate lie.
Was just enough truth to make it.
Believe.
Or if you have like
Something,
dirt, but it's like not super dirty dirt.
something that may bring. No, it's got to be super dirt. Come here.
He specifically like wants
We need
to control your
something
family.
that will make him and his trusted ones come to the city so we can end forever.
Forgive me, I don't agree with all of my father's practices, but this is still my family. I'm not particularly keen on betrayal.
Right. That's why we want it to be mostly a lie. With faint bits of truth
Something
sprinkled in between, or something that sounds true.
Yeah, something that will entice him and make him think that he can fool you.
Just so we can pull him into the trap.
If it's a lie, will he not soon find that out?
That's why we need it to be slightly true. Maybe something he thinks that can give him more power than it really can.
It'll be information that he will most likely not ever get to use.
You know we know about the assassination attempt.
You cannot tell him that.
Which is
We don't
why
want
are
to tell him
talking
that.
you.
That's why we've come to you, yes. He mentioned something about your bastard brother.
He's a known factor. Doesn't exactly qualify.
But is there something that's like maybe that kind of caliber that is unknown to most?
Something that would be a slight embarrassment to your family, but not upset the balance. But that seems like a bigger deal than it is.
I'm not sure slight embarrassment is going to be enough.
No.
I don't want to give him everything right now. I want to give him a little bit, and then once he trusts us that we can get some information, tell him that we have a thread that goes deeper, and tease him along with it.
Or what do you think about like if we have little tiny nuggets of like those slightly embarrassing things that were true, so that he thinks that the bigger thread thing may also be true.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
I mean,
we just need him to trust us.
I just don't think the tiny nuggets are going to matter.
No.
Slytel is he's a cruel, entitled little shit. He's certainly done his fair share of wrong. He spent time in the Black Reach for strangling a whore. But those are things that people are aware of.
Yes, I don't think embarrassments would be enough.
My younger sister has bedded half the noble women in the city, but again, I don't think it'll matter. Might piss off a few lords.
Do you know maybe like which lords? I mean, maybe that's enough of a tiny nugget to whet appetite.
I don't think it's enough to give him a level of control, which is what
Right.
Negan wants, I
Right.
assume.
But I'm saying little nuggets to lead up to that. Little nuggets that he can find out, oh, they're telling truth, and maybe they actually have some sort of connection, or they're doing what we're
We're on
freaking supposed to
trail.
do. Like little things he can fact check, so that he might believe the bigger lie.
I don't know all of her exploits. She's a bit braggadocious. Lady Bellwater, I think. Lady Kern. Certainly Lady Kern. Twice, I believe. And if I'm not mistaken, on a boat, Lady Troy.
Wait, what?
Troy.
My only issue is if he were to send us out to get something, some kind of information against his family, how would he fact check that? We are his informants.
Sure. But he could check with their staff, you know, he could get dirt on their staff and then, you know, find out that she had been there or that they had seen something.
Or maybe even fact check the like ledgers of if they were on a boat and their names
At
are
the same
both there.
time.
And
That's a
it
fair
rings
point.
True.
Even if there's not necessarily a way for him to fact check the big lie, if he does find these kernels of truth, it lends more credence to the lie.
Right.
That's, yes. It's very good recording.
So play the long.
Mm-hmm.
It's dangerous, but clever.
If I was him and we came to him with giant information right after he had sent us to go find this stuff, I wouldn't believe it. I would be extremely suspicious. Maybe he doesn't even think we fucked him over. Maybe he thinks we've fallen into a trap. But I think we have to give him small things before we give him the big thing.
Okay. I will go with that.
What do we think the big lie should be? It needs to be something
Got to be
juicy.
monument.
Josie.
We've got time to discuss.
Like without telling us like your family's big personal business. What do you think would be a lie that we could tell him that would get him control over them? Like how juicy would it have to be? Like plots and murders or
It's too close to the truth, perhaps.
overthrowing stuffs. Or
We also
lying
thought
about
another thing we thought was telling him about what's happening that I've also told you about, what's happening up north. So instead of trying to control your family, maybe he tries to endear himself, take out, you know, replace Faisal with himself.
I don't think Negan's the sort that would want that.
Maybe not.
He wants to
Be on top, not be under.
He wants to influence the throne, not be under its control.
It's still a lot of information that might, you know, get him to bring in other people to plan how to use it.
Maybe.
How about, is there a rumor?
It's already something that will soon come out, though, I'm sure. The movements are already in public awareness. They're being looked into.
Is there a rumor? Perhaps that is untrue, but we could find new light on. We are literally
maybe
shooting
we
in the
could
dark here.
lie about how the war started. Like you said, get kind of close to the truth, but not at all the truth.
How?
Like
Sure.
say something about, I don't know, like long blooms.
This would probably be
Oh.
too dangerous, but
Try to screw
how
over
long has it
crack.
been since your father was seen in public?
Oh, but he's not even alive.
outside of the palace. Years.
We could
You say Ailing.
That he's sick
say
and
that, yeah,
feeble.
he's
Thinking
dying
about
or
that
dead,
shit.
and you know, it's being run as a puppet show, and they don't want the information out because of the war about to start. They don't want to seem weak. Something that could easily
Make you
be
seem
disproven.
vulnerable without actually being.
I think that's already known. That's
Not a lot.
part of the reason the reformists are
Playing their hand.
playing their hand is that he is
Did we know that
aged and ailing.
outside of here?
Don't think so.
You hadn't heard too much about it. I mean, you've heard of the reformists. You've heard of there was a news thing that was shouted about the reformists up in Blackfire.
Yeah. I know that.
They're considering, charges of treason. and stuff
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
I remember all that. I mean, did we know that the king was in bad health or the emperor was in bad health?
I don't believe so.
Okay, yeah.
And it hasn't been the same motherfucker this whole time, has it?
Since the very start,
Yeah.
you don't know.
Lich.
Yeah.
He's
Damn. Could be.
That's a fucking rumor right there, man.
He's very old. Actually, you would probably know that now, because Elminster said he knew him as a boy.
Yeah, I think he said it's been generations, but kept in their family.
He's aged and ailing. My sister is poised to take his place.
Well, maybe we could say the rumor might be that he has died and they're trying to cover it up until after the war. That might give.
I don't see
Them
why they
leverage.
would. She's already doing most of the job now. The reformists are. Their whole point is that
But if we combine the lies, that she's been sleeping with these other women's,
And they really hold the power.
and
different
and
sister.
she is the one who's
Mm.
basically running the
Different
business.
Different sister.
Oh.
What are the sisters' names? What are your sisters' names?
The older one poised to take my father's place is Valana. Vahlana. The younger sister, the one fucking with the Lord's wives, is Trisfina.
Can you spell that?
Trisfina. Her duties are a smaller scale, more. She oversees the family's business holdings. I watch the city. Older sister is being willing to take over.
Do you think she will be good?
She is my sister. There is an element of familial love. But she is also very cruel. Cruel. She's a manipulator. She's an excellent player in the game. She will be a very efficient ruler, no doubt. A good, just ruler is another matter entirely.
What if, and you will give your input on it, we say we have found information that some group of people, don't know who yet, is like already knows about your dad, knows your sister's getting ready to take over, and is like planning on taking her out or something. Because that would be a big chunky
What?
information. Like if we
We
said,
say there's an assassination attempt against your sister.
I'm sure there are. It's not abnormal. We've all survived assassination attempts.
not chunky enough then.
So why is your sister in line for the throne?
She's the eldest.
Or is she?
Oh, like there's another bastard
bastard.
somewhere
Older.
out there?
Not even a bastard.
Or another
Just another
person?
sibling that's been kept at this.
Maybe they're like insane and they kept them in hiding or something. That's pretty
That's
juicy.
going a little ridiculous.
I think I can feel the Crocus's eyes rolling.
I don't know. I like it. I really do.
Or like maybe they were like not born right in the head,
We're just handicapped. Seen as
thrown
weak.
in the prison, or you know kept out of sight,
Mm-hmm.
pretended like they never existed. Maybe
Had some
not
bad
even in the
prophecy against
palace.
them.
What do you think?
Mhm.
Do you think that would be believable?
I don't know if that would give him power over his family.
I think it would.
If they
It
could
could change who
prove-
the next ruler is.
And if it
and
was
soon,
somebody
during wartime.
manipulative, like
Very
he
true.
could manipulate
Mm-hmm.
a simple-minded person,
Yes.
would that work?
Probably not in the way that you think. There's no particular law that says the oldest is the one to ascend to the throne. If we're looking at the way the country is supposed to work,
Shouldn't even be ruling.
Now this
a
question
new
may sound
leader
funny.
is supposed to be elected from leaders of the various more influential families.
Funny question, maybe. Is your mother your aunt?
What?
Is your mother your father's sister?
No.
Are you sure?
Incest in the throne room. They can't have it.
I'm sure.
But
Is everyone sure?
could this be the decent news? That's his name? Keeping the bloodline too pure?
I've never known any of my father's siblings. That might be hard to shake out, but you can try.
Would that be embarrassing enough, you think?
That's a big one. Yeah, your attempt is to prove that we're all the result of incest. Ouch.
What do you think about your family ruling all this time? Do you think it is right and just what's been going on for the past thousands?
No,
No.
of course not.
So you wouldn't like to see her in the throne?
No. Her especially.
Would you
no.
like to be in the throne?
I do not seek that power.
Just making sure.
Aside from the incest, which could be good if we could find some kind of proof, if there's not already too much proof out there that it's not true. The only other thing we can come back to is the assassination attempt on Leonie.
Mm.
It's the only thing you've reacted to. The rest have been dismissed.
And
We
maybe,
would just have to very much make sure that we take out the empty eyes.
maybe if it was from like a specific group rather than just like there's an assassination attempt. Like this group, maybe
From
even
the
like
circle of blood?
maybe from Circle of Blood.
Well, that doesn't give him power. It has to be from
Yes.
the long ones. That's what gives him power over the
Oh.
long ones.
That is a
It's a dangerous game.
It's a gamble.
hugely dangerous.
Maybe the better time to take out
If you
all
fail-
villains.
We die.
I
A
mean,
lot
that's
more people
if
than
you-
us die.
daily.
If you fail, that is a very large bargaining chip, and that gives Negan a lot of power.
Only if it's not known. If we fail, you'd have to release the information to the public.
But you say there is an uprising. Reformists are already against your family.
The war will happen.
The war will happen no matter what.
Best to avoid war, if we can.
I don't think
The
This time.
reformists want to see the seat of power go to somebody new.
and people and creatures will fight over that. No doubt. Everyone wants to be on the throne, as you said.
Certainly don't think your sister or your father will give it up.
No, as we can see by the assassination of August Lunemain. He was one of the more outspoken.
Do we know anybody else important that died recently?
When you say he was outspoken, outspoken against what? We don't know much about him.
Against Longloom's control, maintaining the seat of power for so long.
And that's why he was murdered.
Or
Did you know
Seems
about
to me
that?
they were removing a dissenting voice. No,
I did not know about that order.
I did not. I learned when he told me.
Or what if we say instead of like the truth, kind of ride the line of this assassinated him, but for not so reason to think. They're not going after all the heads of powerful families. Instead, it's because he found out about the incest.
Back to the incest. Oh my. Oh
And
no.
they had to keep that shit quiet.
Wow, the turntables.
I'm just trying to do Game of Thrones now. Anyway. You want to get thrown out a window? I'm down.
I'm just saying, like, kind
You'll
of
be on the
steer
sled
in
the
that
rest of your
direction, but also very away from the direction. And again, something that could technically be disproven afterward.
Mm-hmm. You're not wrong.
So use the kind of bit of half truth we have,
Mm-hmm.
but spin it in a different direction to throw them off.
I don't know if the half truth is actually necessary.
Yeah, I like it because when the half that's not true is disproven, it makes the whole thing seem like maybe it never happened. Maybe he was never
Yes,
assassinated.
Or maybe
As we
yeah,
just
he was
said,
not
the war
assassinated
will
by
happen.
them.
Yes, the war will happen either.
And power will exchange hands. Or it won't.
And lies will travel
And
faster than
lies,
truth.
yes. And much will be forgotten.
Or we
after
could
the
say like
bloodshed.
they are worshippers of Tiamat. I don't know this like
No one will even know what you're talking about.
Someone
Either way, I think we have to use the assassination. If your reaction was so strong, his will be as well. The finer details we can continue to work out. We're not giving him this information tomorrow or the day after.
But do you think it, as far as like spinning it in a different way so then it can be disproven later, would that be helpful? Or do you think it's
It's either that or
Too
you're
damning
telling me the
itself.
preference, but no, you don't.
The assassination is the damning part, not the reason.
right?
That they would have the balls to kill another leader of a great family.
Right. But do you think afterwards when
I'm
it
saying
could be
spinning it doesn't matter. If
disproven?
you have the assassination, it doesn't matter why you're saying it happened. The fact that you're saying it happened is the bad part.
But her point is that if later it was for the reason we said it was disproven, then maybe the assassination is also disproven. That, you know, he died of natural causes, actually. You know, they were never.
He had a heart attack. It was brought on by this knife.
It is. Yeah. Don't let that.
Maybe.
Last line of thinking in my brain. All of the things we have mentioned so far are very now modern things. It was brought up even with Negan that there's 4,000 meters of potential dirty hands. Is this some historic event, a fact that you can share with us that is perhaps damning, but less so than something that is the responsibility of your direct family? Perhaps information around the first time that the rule would have changed but did not.
Oh.
Was that a long question?
No, I just don't. I don't know anything about that would help. That isn't already being used by the reformists in that propaganda.
The last thing said was also that we could use the fact that you're the Crow Prince, that you're working against the family, putting only you at danger.
I don't think he's working against us.
Very true.
Just cleaning up the city.
He's doing something that might embarrass the family.
But that is something that can be very interesting. But
We're not
Again,
including
we-
you in this. We're not plotting against you. We want to know your input.
we need your help.
If you're
in
willing to
fighting Negan.
allow us to use that to end this plague on the city.
If you fail,
Mm-hmm.
that puts me in an extremely poor position.
Yes, but not the whole country.
And not your whole family.
Depends on how much my father loves me when he finds out.
I thought your sister was in charge.
What about your bastard
How
brother?
does she favor you?
Likely even less.
What if your bastard brother's the preference?
That's a good idea. Who cares about it? Right. Am I right?
His
Or even-
presence at night is too public.
Or even maybe your sister. Maybe she gets her information of nuggets by like sleeping with these ladies.
Kicking ass.
The Crow Princess.
And everybody maybe assumed she was man, but she not.
Like move on. You ever seen Mulan?
Or is there anybody you can think of that it could potentially be
Is there anyone
in
It would have to be a long
your family? Cousin, aunt.
No,
Yeah,
again,
best friend.
her movements are too public. Saitel's presence in the nightlife is active.
do you have anyone loyal enough to you that would do a mission like that?
How do you mean? What mission?
Taking the fall as the Crow Prince.
Not
That's
anybody
the
that's
long
alone.
No,
one.
that's right. No. What if someone takes the fall and it is revealed that the Longblooms support the Crow Prince? And then the Longblooms are against, since you, the Crow Prince, are cleaning up the drug trafficking and the whatever else,
A sibling
however
murder.
else they're getting their profits at DIs. And rooting out their guards and their captains that are involved with them or under them.
How?
I don't think they could use that over them.
Yeah. The Longblooms supporting the Crow Prince. I'm not sure that that's that negative, at least to the common people.
Okay. Maybe the Crow Prince needs to do something fucked up first.
Like maybe drown a man deep underwater.
Into a giant fish.
Kill a man in the river. Swim him out to sea. Things like that.
You didn't see that, did you?
By the way, we got rid of those guards. I don't know if you
That's
noticed
true. We
that.
haven't told him that. Yes.
Yes. Maybe the closing statement. Perhaps this is something we are not going to decide on a lie tonight. Perhaps
Probably.
would you like to ponder a few days on this, as we will bring you better options. It's either that or we're going to make a probably bad decision.
We've already made some.
You want to think about it? Sleep on it, perhaps?
I don't know if I should even be a part of it.
Well, I think for your best interest, you should be a part.
If you, we would at least like you there when we try to trap and kill these rats. However we get them there.
In my alter ego, I assume.
Yes.
Probably. Yes.
So I did not hear what you said.
As my alter ego.
The
And
corporate
any
stuff.
friends he might have.
Yes.
You know,
But
other
we would
people.
like at least we want to maintain friendships. We would like your blessing. You cannot make the decision. To give us the blessing to make the decision.
Help us choose the lesser of the evils.
You don't even have to choose between the two. I think I already know the choice, but just give us your blessing that we can move forward.
It may be naive, it may be in vain, but I hope not to see war. Whether there is war or not, I have little hope that my father or my elder sister's rule will be deposed. Which leads me to, if you fail in your task, whether you tell them of the assassination or you tell them of me, you would either regardless of what happens to me, you give, in that case, you give Negan a very large amount of power that he does not have now.
We give him more of an opportunity. We never let him get the power.
If he has the information, he has the power, unless you succeed. If you do not, the information is power. It will give him influence over the most influential, wealthiest people on the continent. That is no small thing.
What if we don't tell him the actual part of the information? Like you said, whet his appetite.
I've thought
Get
about
him
it.
to gather his guards, and before we even
It's-
actually say it,
Yeah, I've thought about that. Honestly, I have a lot. But again, the problem is these people live not super far, but far enough that it's going to take them a long time to get to. And I don't think he's going to wait that long for them to arrive before he knows what we know. And if we don't know any information, we don't know enough to tell him yet, I don't think he's going to bring them.
You won't call them for nothing.
do you think
Can only
Spy
call
Song
it-
could help as far as maybe they don't all have to be in the same city, or the Magpie people?
Sure. That is actually a great idea.
Maybe they
Maybe
can
we don't bring them all to the same city. Maybe we just do
it all
a
at the same
night of
time.
assassinations, yes.
You're leaving out lots of people you don't know.
We know them a little.
They've come through for us.
That save our lives in Kalamar.
Yes.
Where did Thal say he was going?
North, somewhere.
Your decision is your own, but from the outside looking in, that creates a lot of extra variables.
Mm.
Things that you do not have oversight or control over.
You're not wrong.
If you bring them into one place where you are making the moves,
Yes, in that scenario, I agree that we have a greater chance of making sure all three die, but we also have to wait 10 days for them to arrive. So what do we tell Negan and hope that he tells no one else in 10 days?
The little nuggets.
I don't think the little nuggets are going to have him bring anybody from anywhere.
No.
I think we'd have to. Why would he bring them anyways, even if we had big nuggets?
I don't know.
as far reaching as they are, as large as the organization is, they may have other means of travel besides mundane.
True. Sure.
Yes.
He did have people counterspelling us.
But is there a reason that we would be like, hey, we got this big juicy thing to tell you. We want you to bring all your top
No.
guys here.
No, we have to lead the witness on that one. We have to.
We would like to throw a pizza party for you and the guests.
Tomorrow is my birthday.
You've been doing some great work. We want to give you some things and pizzas.
You want to have a drunk party?
It's fine.
Just to get this out now, this is a side tangent, but we did follow up on those guards. They have been removed, and the next breadcrumbs lead to Sergeant Bosch, Eli Bernard, and possibly Osmond Pritch. That's what we'll be doing.
I have a noble amongst the guardsmen who claims to know the general haunts and hangouts of his commanders. I can have him meet you. When? Where?
Probably still in a couple of days.
Yes.
Say like
3 days?
At least, yeah. Say 3 days from now, and
4 would be better.
4 days thence, where?
Near where they are.
He's the one telling you where they are.
So we have to meet him somewhere else. Like, not in or the Nick bits.
Not from there.
The duck.
What's our next?
Armored duck.
Yeah, armored duck.
That's where guards hang out, yeah. The duck is armored.
I can have him meet you at the Armored Duck.
In 3 days, we say?
What time?
Forward.
I know.
Dinner.
Highly specific.
Somewhere
Dusk.
between like
Let's say
Yeah,
sundown.
dusk.
4:30 to like 9:30.
Yeah, what is this? A fucking delivery? from
Somewhere.
Lowe's?
Sundown at the Armored Duck in 3 or 4 days.
5.
4 days
4 days.
at sundown. Which would put it at the 12th.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Today is the 8th. So that's 1 level of exhaustion, 2 levels of exhaustion, 3 levels of exhaustion. Yeah, the 12th.
Aren't there ways to get rid of exhaustion faster?
So there was a potion, but I think
He took
the
it.
Dragonborn is the one who was going to sell it to us. The Dragonborn kit.
I mean, like
Same here.
like greater restoration type shit.
Do you have that? It's a 5th level
but
spell.
we're in a place that has a bunch of fucking
We could go to church.
maybe a different one than we disrupted,
Yes.
but that might not be a bad lead. Because then, like, even if we're still waiting 4 days,
We can do more.
you can be a little more useful and not tied to a bed for like 1 of them or 2 of them.
Maybe we can make a donation.
I think that'd be worth it for you.
Yes, that's a good idea. Maybe someone other than me can go investigate that because it'll take me a lot longer to go.
Yes, tomorrow.
And I don't trust myself that I won't fall off the wagon on the way.
We were planning on going back to the bookstore. I mean, not the bookstore, the library anyway, so we can stop on our way and find out.
Put it on this. Has there been any murmurings about some floaty dead gods this day?
Yes.
That's unfortunate.
But nobody saw who
The
did
waves
it, right?
broke them.
That's good.
I'm sure the populace is not that upset.
I mean, they don't know that you did it.
That's most
That's what we
of
wanted.
1 or 2 bodies.
One.
Okay.
Are there 2?
Maybe.
One of these
We told you they were
50s.
both removed. You said that death was on the table.
There absolutely were 2 bodies at a time. I don't know what happened to one. I do know what happened to the other. That's a lie. I guess I kind of know what happened to both. One is more of I surmise. The other, I'm pretty sure. I think one got eaten.
Oh.
Yes. So first I turned him into a Okay. This is better if you do not.
Agreed.
So we have your blessing for the rest to proceed.
Begrudgingly, it appears.
Unless, I mean, you want us to confer with you another day and come up with more ideas. That you'd rather give your blessing on. But we have spent quite a while talking about this.
If you go through with giving up something real, do not fucking fail.
I think that is, yes, he's
Does it
given
yes?
us his blessing.
That is
A,
if you decide
that is a threat.
to do that, fucking succeed.
Yes. We will not say anything until we are fully prepared.
Just
I'm not sure what that really means with you.
not that would work.
We don't either.
We'll keep talking about it. But we're not doing this for days.
But the Grow Prince will be there to help when called.
Do you have anybody else besides your nobles and knots that can help us in the city when the time comes? Or people you think could be friendly for us?
We have, well, we might as well tell him. Elminster,
Well, that's a very large ally already.
yes. And he has said that he can magically help those who come to our aid in the final fight with Negan.
So
To hold them inside, to not let them bolt out, to make sure that we,
You need people to guard the door.
yes.
Okay. Good. Good. No. Others in particular, no. I'm sure I can rally up some of the nobles. Not the actual nobles.
Do you have your own, your own personal guard, or? I guess if you did that, you could not show up.
No. I will be there. A few of my supporters who are braver, I will try to gather. You have Elminster's promise of aid from afar.
Mm-hmm.
If there are any other friends you can gather to help for such an endeavor, I would try. I have none to add.
We have other possibilities.
The more the better. Especially if it goes the way you want, and the other leaders are here also.
We need to make sure that. I don't know how we're going to do this. I don't know how we're going to get the three in the room. I don't know how we're going to withhold the information for that long to. Well, like I said, it might not take them that long to arrive. But if he does have wizards or something, magic people transporting them in, we need to make sure they're not there during the fight. Because if they can transport them in, they can transport them out.
They seem to have
And then the secret will never.
some powerful allies.
The secret
Be
that
able to put
big
back
they might
in
not
the-
talk about with those other people in the room.
yes.
Sure.
Once they're out, you have your
Or we take those
guards
out
at the
first.
door to keep them out. Hopefully.
So, or if they are in the room, we take them out first.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Okay.
Also, something else to consider. How will we know when his left and right are in the city?
Well, we've met one.
Yes.
Like,
What I mean, when they arrive.
well, like Rigalor was saying, they may just be teleported into the room with us.
I can't be sure, but it's possible.
If it's that big of news, yeah, it does make sense that he'd want to get them in
As
right
you were
away.
saying earlier, lead the witness.
Mhm.
Get him excited about the prospect of what he can do with the information, such that he might want to bring his lieutenants in to discuss
Confer.
tactics.
Maybe we can make it seem like it's something they have to act on, like right away. You know, so you better get your lieutenants in here because I mean we got to do this. We got to do it now. Whatever we say.
We'll sleep on it.
Yeah.
Well, he stands up. Think carefully. Be very persuasive. When the time comes, let me know. Fight like hell. And he clicks the stick. The bubble goes away and he starts to go for the door.
Has he been disguised this whole time?
Yeah, he kind of looks like he did when he joined you guys the other day.
How are you feeling, Olo?
Tired.
Hasn't got much resting.
So just tired, no cravings yet?
There are cravings.
Do you think you will be honest with us as far as like when the cravings go away?
No.
Maybe we could figure out how to bring the priests here. So he doesn't have to leave. Because I figure like transporting all the way to the cities,
If I wanted to get out of your sight, I could.
even right now.
It would be hard. But I mean, if you transport me through the city.
Yes.
Transport you. You can walk.
No.
No. But they mean like, you know, they'd have to keep me chained or something up. Like, otherwise I'm just gonna like, 27 steps.
Drugs!
Yeah.
I think we
Who's
have
got him? I need him!
spells, but
Sure.
It would have to last a little while.
Or put them in like a red dress. Something we can easily spot.
I guess you could make me a rat and put me in a bottle.
I was just gonna say polymorph is pretty long. It lasts an hour.
There.
You can do a little fly in a jar if you want you to.
Something to investigate.
Okay.
Okay. So I guess we take watch while we sleep.
I don't think we have anything to fear.
I'm going to make
We were
sure this
valuable
one
to
doesn't
them.
escape. Watching him.
Ah,
It's not Negan that shit's weird.
So there's a door and there's like a window or what? Okay. I don't know if somebody wants to sleep in front of the window.
I have a spell that I use normally. That normally I allow all of us to pass through without ringing the bell. But maybe someone could just put it around the bed for me, and if anyone else can do that spell.
I don't think so.
that was a feat.
But does anybody have like
No alarm.
things that are noisy that we could tie around his like wrists or ankles in case he starts to move?
Jingle bells.
Looking back at order. I don't
I don't think
particularly
there's
have
any bells or
anything like that.
I think we're everything good. As long as someone watches, should be okay. We take watches out on the road all the time.
So I'm gonna sleep in front of the door to my dome and let everybody in except for him.
Nice.
Okay.
Smart.
So you ain't getting fucking out weekly.
Yeah. Very smart.
I'm going to tie a poplar pin around one of his ankles. So if he moves, it will make noise.
I was gonna say we gotta have something metal. We can just
Logically, though, like if he can get out of the ropes,
Yeah,
he
I'm
can
just gonna untie my leg.
Yeah.
I let Rokari do it, but I just roll my eyes.
She's trying.
Oh,
The ropes we did were like looped under the bed and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I was from my dome. The Rokari, like we have a jar. Yeah,
We have a
put some gold pieces in a jar and tie it to the rope under the bed.
Oh,
So if it
yes,
slacks,
yes.
it'll.
Yes, I do that
also,
instant.
if we want something that he can't untie, I have large metal stakes. We can stake him down.
Take him down.
Through his body.
Oh, we're trying to get
Through
him to
his body.
recover.
I mean, if a rope is along him, tied to
It's
two metal
stakes.
stakes, he
We
is,
won't get our deposit back for
there's,
this.
there's nothing tying him down though.
I think we'll be
He's just
able
being
to jump.
held down.
Anything else for this evening before you go to sleep?
Yes, I sneak him his ring back. I'm just kidding.
Buddy.
Get out of here! It's worth it.
Be free. Okay. You all get sleep. You take watches, so split up a little bit, but you'll get your long rest in, and we'll pick up next time that next morning.